Hello, everyone.
Hello! That was a really weird thing that you had to do there.
I realized something, so I did that step with the mic would actually be working. Hello, everyone. Welcome to Board Game House. Hello, Seth. Hello, Meta. Hello, Catskills. Hello, Dekatcher. How's everyone doing this evening? Hello, Rachel.
Hello.
Ray's back. Today we are doing the third installment of LA Crimes. Hello, G. Which should be interesting. I guess this is the last of this set, but then I guess there's one more we can download offline.
Yeah, I think so.
One more case.
I don't know.
But I think we should take a break next week and possibly do something else next Wednesday.
Sure.
Okay. Should I just tell you what we're doing and then you just agree to it without just agreeing to it blindly?
No. I don't like that.
Chat, you get to vote. If you say yes, then we're going to do it. Next Wednesday, a Twitch Sings.
Oh, okay. Then yeah, sure. The way you said it was so ominous.
Of course. I gotta always make things ominous for no reason.
I didn't like it.
Yes, okay, yeah. So, yeah. Next Wednesday, Megan and I will do a Twitch Sings for all of you. So, be here for that.
Why is this written here?
So you know what the number is?
Oh! Ooh, I could say something I'm not going to. You're a butthead.
Hello, L. Hello, SoCal.
He's mean.
I'm not mean.
He's mean.
I was proactive. There's a difference.
I can do that simple math, and you know it.
Do you want to do that?
That's the easiest one.
Do you want to do that?
We are at 794 followers, which means we're only 6 away from our goal of 800 followers, you bastard.
So on Megan's notes from last session, because we don't have that normal up where we can see it, I wrote down for her that it's 794 followers.
Look at my terrible handwriting.
And then next to that, I wrote in parentheses 6, just so she knew how many followers were behind.
Jerk.
Because Megan's not the best at math.
I'm not the best at math, but I can do that math. 6 plus 4 is the easiest math. I'm full of sass today, just be prepared.
Hello, PSP.
I'm good at some math. Calculators.
All right. Anything else we have? Do you want to re-announce about Friday?
Sure, yeah. Friday was supposed to be our next Humblewood session, but we are having to postpone it due to, being quarantined and such. The 3 of us get away with it because technically we are in the same house. We live in a duplex, which is, same building. But yeah, it's on pause for the moment. Hopefully we're hoping to hit the next one, which would be in 2 weeks. We're hoping to be back on track for that one, but I don't know. It depends on what happens in 2 weeks.
Humble pause.
Humble pause.
Animal pause.
Mm-hmm. Unfortunately, Clay does not have internet, so it makes it a little fuzzy.
He has limited internet.
Yeah, we thought about doing that, and I think that he looked into his options, and it just didn't work out. So we'll be on our regular gaming schedule, whatever that is. I know what we should play, but we should probably play it tomorrow evening too.
Okay.
You know what I'm... No? Okay.
I mean, is it sitting right there?
Yeah. E.
Talk about it after stream.
Sure.
Anyways, tonight we're playing detective again. If you were here last time, we actually succeeded. We solved the case.
Barely.
Because we made all those we got all those material.
We got a lot of the DNA stuff, so I think that was our
saving grace.
Our saving grace. That was the only reason why we did well last time.
Uh-huh.
We picked up on the right clues. Of our ominous music. Yay! Is there anything else? Oh, I'll be streaming again tomorrow, probably.
That's loud. I turn that down a little bit.
It's loud from Ori. Because for some reason, whenever I play that, it has to be up at like 30 for me to be able to hear it.
Mine are Cool Ranch Doritos.
I have no snacks today. AKA, I'll probably be going in for Steven's Oreos.
I only have one package to get me through this whole thing.
It's a party pack. I specifically got it for you because I knew that it was going to be a long haul. I was nice. I could have not asked him what he wanted from the store.
It actually goes pretty well. Today was a much less stressful day for me, which was nice. So, and I'm actually doing a little bit around the house too, which I just normally don't do, period. So my house is actually slowly getting clean too.
Yeah, I wanted to look at your back area back there.
I can't say that on Twitch.
Did you get it cleaned? Did you get the
actually
boxes done?
I have actually not been on Minecraft at all during business hours. Yet. But I've not the past 2 days. I've actually been good. I've actually, besides having Megan's Twitch stream open, I've actually not done anything besides housework on company time. So, that's saying something.
Derek watched Harry Potter yesterday. He watched Lost today, and he watched High Rollers today.
In both Derek's and my defense, that's what we would have been doing at work too.
Yeah, no, I know.
So, we're not doing anything we wouldn't normally have been doing at work.
We also cleaned a little bit. We cleaned from like 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock.
Yeah, so we're getting there.
I vacuumed. Listen,
I
even took the pillows off the couches and vacuumed.
Ooh.
I went that far into cleaning today.
Megan was making fun of me earlier because I had music playing.
Oh yeah. It was so loud and I could hear it downstairs. So randomly, whenever I could figure out what the song was, I would send him lyrics to it. So I sent him, yeah. And I sent him, ooh, baby, baby. Baby, baby.
I was listening to some 90s, 2000s like R&B hip hop.
It was funny. I got for the second one, which was Push It. I got is my ... is my music too loud? I said no. I said you don't need to turn it down. I can just our floors are thin, so.
Yeah, it's actually, I went on Pandora and just the song Yeah from Usher just went off songs of that like that.
Pandora is better for that.
Because that is an all-time jam.
Except for their Disney and their Broadway channels. Pandora's Disney and Broadway channels suck.
So,
terrible.
Because, yeah, I was going out to nightclubs and dance clubs when Yeah was out. What, they call them nightclubs? What?
No.
Instead of old?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
I was dancing to Yeah at my high school dances. Possibly middle school. I don't remember middle school dances very well.
It came out in like 2000, 2001, I think.
That long ago?
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Look it up. Look it up. Look it up. That's coffee. You don't want it. Hi, pretty. Also, I was gonna order soap today. I was gonna order the sample pack, and I got onto Twitter, and they were like, we're sold out. And now I'm sad.
Oh, actually, it was 2004.
2004.
But that's
So
still.
I was in middle school. It was my last year of middle school. No. I was in 7th grade. That's when I got Sebastian.
I was 2 years out of high school.
I was in 7th grade. Well, this is adorable.
All right. Well, shall we switch over and?
Yeah. Hi. Yee. I turned.
If you've never listened to "Yeah" by Usher,
That's
what are
a
you
jam.
doing with your
It
life?
is a jam. I don't care. I love Usher.
Yeah, all of his stuff, like even his early stuff.
I love Usher.
Like his early stuff was good.
I liked the song. Oh my god.
Yeah, you need to go back and listen to his early stuff.
I do. I don't know his early stuff very well. Yeah,
All
it was
right.
the first really like.
Case 2, hit and run. We need case 3.
Gotta figure out how this ties together. Don't you chase that.
Case 3,
You're being so cute.
festival.
The festival?
Festival.
The festival.
The King's Festival?
IDK, that's okay.
Yes, we are going to dig up a body tonight.
The little one's being really cute. Oh. Sweet.
Oh, can't see her. Yeah, didn't really help.
Being cute.
Little one just wants love.
She just wants loves. I'm okay with this kind of loves.
All right. Megan, read us in.
Read us in. Los Angeles Police Department, December 19th, 1986. 4:35 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Dun dun.
Dun dun.
Hold on, I'm gonna stop music for just a second so we can.
Bradley woke you up 15 minutes ago and told you to get to the office right away. You park outside of the station and you notice other people get out of their cars and run towards the building. Oh no. There's chaos inside. Some suits running between desks, attaching computers in the office rooms. Bradley waves at you from his office. You enter and you notice another suit next to his desk. Is this the team we've spoken about? Asks the suit. Bradley nods silently. All right then, I'm Special Agent Lee, FBI. We have a crisis situation over here. We believe that someone is planning a hit during tomorrow's festival organized by Governor Teller at Grand Park. Some of the special guests received letters indicating an attack with the use of explosives signed by someone named Raymond Unshaw. Ow! That was such a violent turn of events! We have the entire LAPD and FBI on guard because of a letter? Do not interrupt me, please. Lee cuts out any further questions. Yesterday at 5 p.m., Antonio da Silva was killed. Oh. One of the guards shot him and decided to off himself afterwards. We have autopsy results of both of them. There are traces of the same substance in the guard's blood that was found in Jennifer Wolf's blood. We believe that you're familiar with the case from September. The organization that Da Silva worked with is one of our main suspects. A young agent enters the office at that moment and hands out files and pagers. Right on time. This is Agent Roberts. He'll be in charge of coordinating our work. Inside those files, we've prepared the initial risk assessment for each stage at their final locations. But we need to wait for the specifics about the event from City Hall. They've promised to deliver it around 7 a.m. Our office will handle the observation and further information for each of the stages. We'll update you constantly. While Lee checks something in his notes, Bradley speaks up. We're resuming the investigation connected with Jennifer's death. You've locked up Colton, but that's not the end of it. They're still operating. Find out if that has anything to do with the planned attack or if it's coincidence and Da Silva's death has nothing to do with tomorrow's festival. Lee shuts his notebook and continues. Find out who the target is and who is behind all of this. Use your connections. We have high hopes that your expertise will help us stop this threat. You have until tomorrow morning. No sleep. Time to sleep today. Good luck. Now follow me and I will introduce you to the rest of the FBI team working on the case. While you leave the office, Bradley gives an indication to see him later in his office. Add 3 tokens to the pool, use the other side of the game board, and place a time marker on 5 a.m. Nice. We have a different side of the game board. Oh.
Oh, jeez.
Hey, you can't play with that. Hey, we need that. Okay, so we're putting it on 5 a.m., which is here.
Yep.
Okay. We have 27 hours to present the final report to the FBI. We have, we get, okay, during this case you may avoid receiving by discarding, okay.
Okay, we need that.
Oh, no, hey, can't have that.
Ouch.
Yeah.
That was my head.
Yeah, that seemed like it would hurt. Additionally, hey, Catskills, thank you for the 25 lucky bits. Place 4 special tokens on the 100% marks of each column with the target's name on the board. So we have Teller. Oh, bless you for not putting that 5 out there. Teller, Bradley, Wilson, and Blake.
Go this way. I'm actually going to put them up here, even though we're 100%, just so we can see the names.
Okay. All right. You place these for the 100% marks. This represents your perception of those characters and your gut feeling about each of them being targeted. This table is provided strictly as an aid, so treat it this way. You may move these tokens around any way you see fit. There is no mechanism that will tell you to adjust them. Okay, so we can use that to kind of...
We use that as we want. Okay.
Yeah. All right, so we need to read file 300. I need to write all of this down. I know I've been putting it in this book, but I'm tired of putting it in the book, so I think I'm just going to use this for today.
Okay.
I'm tired of, like, having to open, close it, open, close it, open, close it. I'd rather have, honestly, one of those, like, legal pads would be better. So, okay, so we'll do that in a minute. So we can meet with Bradley privately, which I think we should definitely do.
Mm-hmm.
That's number 301. I don't understand. We have from 11 p.m. to 4 a.m. where I feel like we can't do anything.
Unless we get a bunch of...
Yeah, unless we get a bunch of these, which we're supposed to have 3 of these.
Let's need to decide which characters we're going to use.
Yeah. We can meet with the DEA. Questioning De Silva. Go to station. This is dead. Go to the office organizing the celebration. I'll put office. More info on guests. That's 03 ET. Alright, at 7 a.m. we have to place another special marker.
It has it here. Read 305.
Oh. Okay. Meet with Roberts. You can turn the music back on.
Hello, Rennie Mae.
Hi, Rennie Mae at FBI. It's further risk assessment.
If I have my way, we will.
Meet with Jenkins, meet with Anderson, and meet with Hoffman.
Okay. Hoffman was one of the police officers, right? Did we busted?
Jenkins. I don't remember.
Scott Hoffman, Anderson were two of the police officers we busted. So we're not meeting with this Perez.
Okay.
Jenkins, I think, was the one that got shot or got hit at the intersection.
Anderson, yeah, Anderson's the one that. Yes. He was the victim in the last one.
Anderson wasn't.
Oh, Jenkins.
I think Jenkins was. He's the one to be recovered.
Anderson was his old. Anderson was Jenkins' old.
Yeah.
Yeah, Hoffman and Anderson were, and then Jenkins is the one that was hit. Yeah. Yeah.
Yep.
It's really pretty outside. Like, really pretty outside.
But also, Anderson's car was the one that was. Anderson's wife's car was the one
the one that hit. Yes.
But it was being driven by.
Silva.
Who is now dead.
Who is
Also-
now dead. Oh yeah, we have a plot card, but we don't.
Yeah,
we don't read it yet. It hasn't told us to. We need to read file 300. I'm sure that's when it'll tell us to read this.
You're supposed to just read it once the story starts.
Usually it tells us read any plot cards now. And it hasn't yet. That's what it did the last time. Classified. Risk assessment during the Medal Giving Secretary organized by the Governor of California in Los Angeles on 12/20/1986. The following analysis was conducted by an FBI public security team based on the available data, including the possible risks of explosive charges being present, poisoning the guests and participants, or a sniper attack. The assessment is not final. It requires constant updates, including information gathered and delivered by FBI agents. Okay, so. Goodness. I don't think I know what this means.
Okay, so what this is saying is that, so more or less make this table.
Okay.
So A, B, C, D, and then sniper, bomb, and poison.
I'll start here. Sniper.
No, they should be across the top. Oh, okay, I see what you're doing. You draw your lines weird.
I draw my lines weird. Poison. A.
Sorry, you guys. If you guys have to dig up my body, you know who to look at.
Are you pointing at me?
No.
So yes. B. And D. All right. Okay, so it starts at 50.
adjusting these numbers as we go throughout the game.
Yep. 40. The stages are confusing me.
That's different parts of the festival.
Okay. Okay.
Like for me right away, we could eliminate stage D poisoning and stage C bombing.
Yes, but we're not going to do that. No, we're not. Is that... I don't feel like is... Oh, here. There's more stuff. Stage A, positioned at North Grand Avenue, West 1st Street. Main risk factors. Stage located outside, a few lower buildings nearby, a significant number of tall buildings in the distance, south from the stage, vast sewage system directly under the stage, catering served by Grab-A-Bite Company. Stage B, positioned at North Grand Ave and West Temple Street. Main risk factors, vast sewage systems under the stage, also noted a few suspicious people working as construction personnel. Corner stage, open, covered with a curtain only from the north side and from the west side. Few tall buildings nearby. Catering served by local businesses. They are not well known, owning a single restaurant. Stage C, positioned in the middle of section of Grand Park. Stage fully uncovered, surrounded by buildings of different heights. Catering served by a large company called Life Cater needs extra screening. A single sewer line that goes directly underneath the stage. And there are a few constructors that need screening. Scroll. Position stage D. Stage partially covered with a roof positioned in a place with a clear view from a number of buildings. Vast sewage system under the stage. Stage relocation is highly recommended. There are no snack tables next to the stage, but there's a line of stands on the other side of the street, which are also maintained by the Life Cater Company. Use the table above and constantly monitor the percentage of all threats at every stage. Rewrite or print it out and update it every time you see risk assessment on a card. Most of the time you will find it on the back of the card with a pager check information on the front side. You can flip that card for free the same way you would do when you see the arrow symbol. On the back of the card, you'll find information delivered by the FBI referring to specific events around the stage. This information will influence the percentage change for each threat. Information provided by the cards, as well as the final percentage of the threats in the corresponding cells, may be helpful at the end of the game when filling out the final report. This is a lot. We love you too! Good luck! Break legs? Is that what I'm supposed to say?
Teach good. Present good.
Present well! Do your thing!
Present bestus.
Bestus.
Now we need to read that card because it has not told us to. And you're supposed to read it at the beginning of the
Yep. After Teller's successful election for the governor position with a big festival in Grand Park right around the corner, you've decided to take a closer look at the threats they received. At the meeting with a few members of their staff, you found out that the threats dropped significantly after the shooting at the hotel in September. That's also when the relations between Teller and Joy started to break down, which almost broke their coalition before the election day. After they won, things got better, but some say it's different now. They've also noticed an increased number of threats in the last few days. We get to add a token to the pool.
Nice. Boom. We're up to 4. So technically now we could do... I'm just going to do this. Just so we can kind of keep track of where we are.
Yes. Okay, so...
Well, we haven't decided which things we're using.
Yes, we need to do the things.
Okay. We can take a ride report action one time because we're at the police station, and because you can do it once a day. So we could take this guy, which would give us an extra one.
It's true.
So I'm going to say that's a possibility for this one. Oh wait, that's take ride action report at any location.
At any location.
So we don't necessarily need him. I don't think we're going to use that one this time.
No.
We can't use this one this time.
We can't.
Do you mind?
Hello. And she's gone again.
So we're going to do that.
turn that one over. There you go. Nope.
Nope. He's not going to be used. Nope. No.
So I guess this one?
Okay.
These two?
I think so, yeah.
Do any of the other ones give us better talkie-talk?
Mm-mm.
Okay, well, then this is what we do.
I mean, if we don't take her, like, we
get more
could take
talkie-talk.
this one. Oh, wait. This one gives us 2 more points.
Oh.
Maybe we just take these 2?
Yeah. Yeah, because I think we should have these.
Okay.
We don't have it. We don't have any
No.
jokers, but that was our only joker there.
None of these give us computer tokens, correct?
No.
No.
That one might.
No. Or do so we have to do this.
I think we stick with this.
So we get us 2 of those.
Mm-hmm.
So we're gonna get an investigation.
2 talkie-talks. And 2 files.
I feel like we're gonna not be able to dig deeper on some things today.
That's okay.
But if we write a report, we automatically get 1 more closer,
Mm-hmm.
which means that we can not have to worry about another hour, which means we have 1 more hour to get rid of before we do that.
Yeah.
And if we actually get more of these, maybe we should take one instead of her. Either maybe
That
him.
would be the only one I would think.
All right, let's do that.
Okay, so get rid of
Get rid of 1 file and add a.
joker.
I think that's going to serve us better in the long run because that could be a file,
Okay.
and I don't think we weren't going to really. I don't think we were going to use this.
Mm-mm.
So, I think that's probably. Our,
Jelly beans! What kind of jelly beans?
I think that's our best bet.
Okay.
Why does Hudson look like he belongs in like a James Dean movie?
Okay. Okay, so we should probably meet with Bradley, right?
Yeah.
Meet with Bradley privately. We're at the police station. That's 301. Open that case. Open that case. Oh, my mommy texted me.
Please throw it away.
Okay.
Takes 1 hour to meet with
Bye,
Bradley.
Faith. Bye, Faith. All right. I was gonna say something. I forgot what it was.
Must have been a lie.
No. Oh, I think Derek and I are going to spend that $100 you all got today on a new the shelving for the entertainment center that we've been wanting for like 2 years that we just never got around to buying.
I thought about actually getting another bookshelf for
Yeah.
more games because
Yeah.
we're out of space.
We also found a $25
And sheets.
Oh, we also found a we also found a gift card for Walmart that we're gonna use to buy a bookshelf. So, all in all, it was a good day.
Oh yeah. Derek and I got a shout out on our company-wide, like our nationwide company call today.
Yeah.
And we should get a $100 Amazon gift card for the work we did to get our company ready to be
Work from home.
work from home.
AKA, they kicked ass.
But I spend the majority of my day trying to stay under the radar at work. And now I'm known on a national level. I like not doing anything.
Like not doing anything. Alright. You look for Bradley, but his office is empty. One of the other officers pokes his head in and tells you he left over half an hour ago. You look out the window at the parking lot, happen to see Bradley getting out of a blue Ford. He sees you at the window and signals for you to wait. He's coming to you. After a short while, he enters the office and closes the door behind him. I met with Wolf, he says. Seeing your reaction, he quickly adds, yes, I know that he's involved in a personal vendetta against Hybrid, but we need every ally we can get, even a lone wolf like him. Boss? Wolf claims Hybrid is operating at full capacity and the threat is real. Is he sure that we're dealing with Hybrid, who's the target? He's sure. He thinks that they're going for Brown. He's been on their heels for years. The famous journalist? Yes. Wolf says we should press Colton for information. He was Johansson's right-hand man. He must know more. Anything else? Yes. Bradley pulls a piece of paper out of his pocket. The very same threat the FBI was talking about. You look at him shocked. Yes, I received one too. I wanted to let you know before the FBI pulls the "we'll take care of it" line. He hands you the letter, secured in an evidence bag. I'll go tell them that I've also received the threat. You officially have a free hand for now. Spend your well, you know. You nod at him as you accept the letter. Yes, you know. Add 3 skill tokens to the pool.
Well, we officially have an extra one.
Yee. Alright.
And we haven't even written a report yet.
December 20th, Los Angeles will be shaken to the core. Alright, so we can...
Shaken to the core. That to me says Bob.
I mean, yeah. Examine the letter in the laboratory. We can meet with Tom Wolfe, and we can meet with Adam Colton in prison. I don't remember who these people are. Who is Tom Wolfe and who is Adam Colton?
Tom Wolfe, I think, is a new person.
I'm getting very confused. This is the 3rd one?
Yes.
We failed the first one?
Yes. But we knew most of the stuff, we just failed.
Oh, that one, I'm thinking, okay, never mind. I was like, what was this other one? It was that 6th case that we found. I was trying to think of where the baseball player came into play, but that was a whole different
Yeah,
thing.
that's a completely different case.
Okay. So we did this. We can meet with the DEA agent that was questioning De Silva. That's downtown. I don't think there's nothing else in the police department.
We can look up Adam. We have, hold on. Is it database? Yeah. We do database. We have Jennifer Wolfe. We have Adam Colt. We have him.
Okay, we have Adam Colton.
So we can look him up and see what we can remember about him if you want.
I also want to look and see if Jennifer Wolfe has something to do with it.
Is it Wolfe?
Oh, Jennifer Wolfe was the
one that died.
Yeah, she's the one that died. So who's Tom Wolfe?
Is it Tom Wolfe?
Yeah, Tom Wolfe. Okay, Adam Colton. Who are you? Oh, he was the fast cargo guy. He's the one, the pizza delivery guy.
Yeah.
That's who he was. Okay, and then,
you wanted to see if let's just see if Jennifer Wolfe is connected to Tom in any way, shape, or form.
Oh! That's her dad. Wait. Jennifer Wolfe is the one that died? No.
Yeah.
I don't think we visited her place.
We did not.
I'm gonna go back to my notes.
Hello, Mr. Valley. Oh, anyone remember exactly where we were?
Okay, so... Okay, so Tom Wolf is Jen's father, which is also the other. It was It was another.
He had another name.
He had another name.
Hey, Wampus.
Hi, Wampus.
Is it Robert Bay? I feel like Robert Bay was her dad.
Yes, you're right.
Robert Bay and Wolf are the same person.
Yes. Oh, okay. She's getting this. Are you okay?
Yes, she's being noisy.
It sounded like she fell or something. I was worried about her. Okay.
Yeah, I believe that Robert Bay and Tom Wolf are the same guy, if I remember correctly.
Okay. All right. Okay, cool. Okay, cool.
Anyone remember from like 4 weeks ago?
I think that's right. Alright, so, yes, that's right, because he has the golden triangle. Because remember, he's 5'12".
But the other one said, but we had the picture of the other guy.
Yeah. That's not the full list of names that we've looked at. It's just previously searched ones.
Oh, here's all the others.
Yeah. Yeah, it's the same guy.
So we do have his
Yeah.
information.
He's 6 foot. Tom Wolf is his actual name. The other one is the name that he worked
His cover ID.
his cover one. Okay. So, what do we want to do? No matter what, we have to leave
The
the
precinct.
police station, yeah.
Okay.
So we can meet with the DE agent that was questioning De Silva. That's downtown. We can go to the office that's organizing the celebration to get more info on the guests. That's downtown as well. We can meet with Roberts at the FBI, also downtown, for further risk assessment. We can meet with Jenkins, Anderson, and Hoffman, all three in the suburbs. We can meet with Adam Colton in the prison, which is downtown, Tom Wolf in the suburbs, and then we can examine the letter in the laboratory.
Well, let's go downtown.
By the way, this is gonna be a lot of traveling.
So let's go downtown first.
We go downtown first.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or do you want to talk? You want to talk to people? Or you want to get information?
I don't know.
I feel like information always gives us more than talking to people personally.
Yeah. I do think we should examine the letter.
Do you want to do that first and just get it out of the way?
Kinda.
Because I feel like we're gonna get more information. We can go to the library all at once. Like right now, it's gonna be a one there, so we're spending 2 hours to go there and back.
Okay.
So I want to kind of like.
Get more.
I think we can get more.
All right. So where are you? Either way, in this next one, we'll have to read 305.
Yeah. Well, as soon as we
But
go
I think
somewhere.
it's a file that we're having to read, not number.
No, it's number 305. Number 305, not
Okay.
file 305. So either way, we're gonna travel. Do you want to go downtown or do you want to go to the suburbs?
All the suburbs is talking to people. So
Let's
if
get
we're going
information.
downtown, we can meet with the DE agent, we can go to the office
And we can also meet with Adam
organizing
Colton.
a celebration, we can meet with Adam Colton. We can also meet with Roberts at the FBI for the risk assessment.
Yeah. So let's do those two.
Okay, so we're going downtown.
305. No time.
No time, sweet. When you come in to grab the documents mentioned earlier, you notice that Special Agent Lee is standing in the center of the station surrounded by agents and officers. He asks everyone to quiet down. When the chatter calms, he stands up on a nearby chair so that everyone can see him clearly. We received the final approved schedule for the festival from City Hall. Also, Agent Roberts from the Crisis Center contacted us. There are some problems with the sewage system entrances near Stage B, but at least the Lifecater supply bags that were reported missing from around Stage C have been found. Now, pay attention. What's most alarming is the fact that Nathan Collins has been seen around the park. This confirms earlier reports about him being in the LA. We believe he is a hitman for hire, so let's be on the lookout for him. That's all. Now get back to work and focus. So we need to read file 305.
10 a.m. Official inauguration of R. Teller and C. Joy's speeches. 10:30. Declaration of Chief James Bradley for his decoration of Chief James Bradley for his service to the LAPD. 11 o'clock. Transportation of Governor via North Avenue to the next stage. Additional events at stages A and B, refreshments and music. Stage B, introduction of Martin Brown, a reading of headlines of his most popular articles.
What a boring thing.
12 a.m. 12 a.m.? 12. That has to be 12 p.m.
Yeah.
Governor Teller decorates Martin Brown. 12:30. Transportation of Governor via West Temple Street to the next stage. Technical break. Stage C. Robert C. Teller speech of the official welcome of George Wilson. Formal meal and toast from Los Angeles to all added citizens. Press conference of George Wilson and Robert Teller titled "The True Faces of the Governor." 3 o'clock. Transport the governor via West 1st Street to the next stage. Initial events at stages C and D. Refreshments and music. Stage D. City Hall entrance. The final speech of Robert Teller and Chris Joy. End of ceremony.
This one seems dumb.
Mm-hmm.
Just from the beginning. Number 2, something is gonna happen during the true face of the governor.
You think?
Yes.
So your guess right now.
The true face of the governor is when something is gonna happen. Because But they also think that B, I think it's B. Go back up. Martin Brown. They also think that Martin Brown is the target.
Well, they're all possible targets. Wait, who's Blake?
Who? Where?
On this, you have Blake as a possible target.
Teller? Okay, well, I think it's maybe supposed to be Brown.
Maybe. I'm trying. As soon as I get a chance, I will.
Alright, so the risk assessment. Stage B, the bomb threat goes up by 10%. This is... I don't want to do this. This was a bad way for me to do this.
Erase and like 70.
Poison threat for stage C goes down by 10. And all stages, the sniper threat goes up by 10. Goes up to 60. This goes up to 50. This goes up to 70. This one goes up to 60. Okay.
Okay. We're in downtown.
We are downtown. We can... What do we want to do? We want to meet with the office organizing the celebration?
I want to do the additional threats one. What was that one?
The risk assessment?
Yes.
That's meet with Roberts at the FBI. So that's number 304. It's 1 hour. Ooh, it's a pager check, too. Agent Roberts is already waiting in an office at City Hall. Documents and reports are piled up on the stage. Not stage. Table. This is a preliminary risk assessment of each participant and all potential threats. Our team of analysts took all the information we had into account. He points to the stacks of folders on the table. We are constantly monitoring and gathering information on the most likely threats. All information about Red Hood and the analysis of the past voting patterns and political activities of Wilson and Teller, the accusations from Wilson concerning the financing of Teller's campaign, and a summary of the report on Anya Marcos, whose husband appeared in LA yesterday. In addition, there is the death of De Silva and the guard whose blood contained the same drug as that found in Jennifer Wolf's body. Jennifer Wolf's blood. Can't talk today, apparently. Lastly, we still do not have the exact information as to who will be on which stage aside from the main guests. We need to get more on the guards, wives, and all the other people that will be on the stage. Roberts hands you a pile of papers and shows you an office where you can sit in peace and quiet. Just start sorting through them. Okay, so read file 304. Also, it's a pager check. Alright, so the pager check. The street blockade in the vicinity of Stage D has been widened. Getting any explosives into the area will be much more difficult. So the Stage D, the bomb threat, has gone down by 30%. Stage D bomb threat by 30%. So that is
30.
down to 30%.
So this whole thing, though, is all talking about Teller and Wilson. Which they were, like, first of all, those are two of our threats. Like, there are two people on here.
Yeah.
And what stage are they going to be at? Stage C?
I don't remember.
We should write down, actually, let's write down next to each stage
Oh,
who's
okay.
going to be there.
Yeah, I can do that.
So, I'm going to go back here. I'm going to push back. We'll come back to this in a second.
That's fine. Alright, so
So, Bradley and Teller.
Teller, Joy, and Bradley are all at that first one.
She means her head in your kiss.
Teller, Joy, and Bradley. And then Brown and Teller. Hey, I need to see my paper. Alright, who's gonna be at Stage C?
Stage C, that's going to be George. I'm sorry, Wilson and Teller.
And D?
Is Teller and Joy.
Just Teller and Joy?
Yeah. To me, right now, Stage B and Stage C, I feel like they have the most about them. And Stage C, to me, because it's so centralized, with all these buildings around it, I feel like it has the highest, and that's also where Wilson and Teller are going to be together, right?
Yes, Wilson and Teller will be at C.
So, to me, right now...
Ow, 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 ow! Why? Let me hold my pencil in peace. You hurt me. That's not nice.
To me, that one is the one that has the most substance to it.
Okay. Alright, well, we have more stuff at the police station.
That's fine. We can go back. Alright. So, what else do we have downtown that we want to do?
Well, her butt is on one of them.
You gotta move, sweetie.
I mean, she's fine. There's one.
Okay, that one's... We're done with this one.
And there's two. And now she has my arm. Please, not with a pencil.
We can meet with Adam Colton if we want downtown. Well, he's in prison, so we can meet with him and see what it says.
Okay. We can also meet with the office organizing the celebration. I think it was more than just get info on guests, but that's what I wrote down. We can also meet with the agent that was questioning De Silva. What?
Silly Nick,
Oh.
you just muted me.
You got silenced. Your minute starts now. You must also pet the cat. Okay, so. Okay, so. Can we go back to... Oh, I'll take this. 3. You press delete. That's not what I wanted to look at. That's What weird. Okay, your minute is done. I wanted this one. More information and contact with the main guests. That's what it was.
So we should do that one.
What were you wanting to do?
We didn't read one of the things. We were told to read something and we didn't actually read it.
No, we did. We read 305.
304. That's one we haven't read. We were going to, but then we went back to check something. That's what I was trying to say. Sorry.
You can have this back now. Whew. Okay. Robert Teller, Governor of California. His risk assessment is the highest. Democratic Party, they are running an intense political campaign aiming to step up the laws concerning drugs and increase funding for institutions fighting drug dealing. The governor will appear on all 4 stages during the event in the Grand Park. Additional notes. On April 17th, R. Teller was seen at the Golf Club 383 where he argued with De Silva, who was involved with organizations associated with drugs such as Hybrid. September 1st, an attack on Teller at the Bel Air Point Hotel, where he was staying for the night along with his running mate during the pre-election campaign. December 15th, the governor's office has reported to the agency that they had received a letter with a threat from Raymond Unshaw. Okay, George Wilson.
So we keep him at 100% right now.
Yeah. George Wilson, Senator. Hi. Republican Party. He lost the gubernatorial election against R. Teller in November. He is treating Teller with open hostility, slandering his party and his cabinet more than once. He is also advocating for stepping up the laws concerning drugs. The governor himself has invited him to take part in the debate, which is supposed to end Senator Wilson's slanders once and for all. Additional notes. On August 13th, after a tragic and unsuccessful attempt to arrest Robert Bay in LA, Wilson exposed the case, stressing that there are still illegal drug experiments taking place in California, similar to the ones conducted by the government 10 years earlier. September 9th, Wilson openly blames Teller for faking the incident in Bel Air Point Hotel, claiming that it was an attempt to gain more votes. He says that the governor's cabinet cooperates with the organization responsible for the attempt on his life, but has no evidence. December 16th, Wilson's office has reported to the agency they received a letter with a threat from Raymond Unshaw.
Right.
Okay, so he actually got the letter the day after.
So I'm going to put him at like 85%.
Okay. Martin Brown. Journalist and prominent investigative reporter. Risk assessment is medium. I really think this is supposed to be Brown.
Yeah.
Brown's remarkable achievements as a journalist will be recognized by the governor during the decoration ceremony. For years, Brown was writing under the pen name Carl Hopkins about the actions of a hybrid organization. August 12th, the first published article concerning a hybrid's activity under the pen name Carl Hopkins, before using this alias for the first time. Brown had reported to police multiple times about being watched and followed. His suspicions were never confirmed. Now, 1975 to now, a series of articles that emphasize the activity of former intelligence agency members and their strong connections with criminal organizations. He also received it on December 16th.
So
That was on his
Wilson
desk.
received it a day after the other two, right?
Wilson and Brown both received it a day after Teller.
Okay. He's medium. I'm gonna put him at like 50%. Well, like in that range right there for right now.
Okay. And James Bradley, LAPD is low. Okay. Despite the fact that LAPD, as well as Chief Bradley himself, had their share in arresting many lawbreakers, working for Hybrid, and closing many cases which had possibly put his life in danger, the chief did not report receiving any threat from Raymond Unshaw. It is probably his status that makes him less prone to being a target. Alright, so December 2nd, 1981, sentencing of Darius Mayflower. Bradley arrested the man by himself. Darius was a serial killer strongly connected to the infamous Red Hood organization. September 8th, 1986, led an investigation team that successfully arrested Adam Colton, a member of Hybrid. The convict still waits for his final sentence due to his attack and involvement in the Bel Air Point Hotel shootout and death of Jennifer Wolfe. September 28th, led an investigation team that successfully arrested Antonio Da Silva, suspected of collaborating with Hybrid. The convict was placed in a maximum security prison for the attempt on LAPD officer Adam Jenkins. Is Bradley our...
Yes, that's our boss.
Our boss?
Yes.
Okay. So he has
Hold on.
been...
Exactly. He has a letter.
He has
so
a
his
letter.
risk assessment being low because he hasn't received a thing is misleading because this is saying he hasn't received it yet.
Yes.
Now that he has, I'm just going to put him at medium as well.
Yes, I agree.
At least medium because he has received a letter.
I agree. Red Hood. Yay. Because I forgot what this was. Organization of self-proclaimed warriors for freedom and independence. Samuel Rand is the founder and leader. He is an ex-Marine who, after coming back home, had concluded that he had been harmed by his country's political system. Red Hood recruits a variety of members, not just military. There's a place for everyone who feels that the current democratic system is not working, and it's high time for a change. Time to make America great again. They operate in all states, but recently they have been more active in the West, in California and Nevada. It is suspected that they are guilty of multiple attacks involving explosive charges, but Rand denies these accusations. However, there are many explosive experts in their ranks, including prominent snipers and ordinary criminals. Hybrid. Organization founded by Michael Andrews. After his death, his son David took over the leadership in the organization. David has not been seen since September 1984. After the investigation in September 1986, it is known that the organization recruits agents and scientists who used to be involved in the research of human mind control and chemical substances connected with that. The analysis of the substances found in the blood of Jennifer Wolfe and the guard responsible for Da Silva's death indicates that apparently Hybrid possesses its own laboratory. Anya Marcos and Samuel Marcos. Samuel Marcos' wife died 2 years ago at age 35 in a tragic car accident in Bakersville. The report from the scene and the autopsy revealed that she was killed instantly by the collapse of one of the local bridges, which Anya used to drive through every day on her way back home. She was one of 10 casualties in that accident. That was not an accident. Samuel, ex-military, awarded Expert Marksmanship Badge in 1981. He is under the constant observation of the FBI and psychologists. After his wife's accident, he showed up twice at George Wilson's events, where he blamed him publicly for her death. During one of the incidents, he stressed that Wilson will sooner or later pay for that. He blames the senator and his cabinet for underestimating multiple requests that he had sent along with his wife, asking them to expose the case, for the situation had begun to seem serious. That bridge falling was not an accident.
No. And his wife's death 2
Just
years
saying.
ago he's an expert marksman too. Expert marksman.
Kind of makes the sniper
Sniper
stuff kind of go up. But we don't mess with these.
I know, but just for our own mental thing.
Yeah.
But sniping at C is actually pretty high right now.
Yeah, sniping at sea is actually pretty high because this is...
So just put Samuel Marcos and Wilson. Put Samuel Marcos and Wilson somewhere. Like Samuel Marcos would be sniping Wilson.
It's not a good spot. We'll put it down here. This is going to be an amendment to our little chart here. Expert marksman. Wilson.
Okay, now just also write down in our little notes.
Mhm.
Red Hood, explosive / sniping.
I would think hybrid would be poison.
Hybrid is poison, yes, because they have their own lab. Okay. The other thing, because they've done this multiple times to us before in this game, Samuel Rand is the founder and leader. He's an ex-Marine, ex-military. Samuel and Samuel.
Oh, come on. Please don't do that to me again.
I'm not saying that there is a connection.
No, I know.
But just put Red Hood and Samuel Marcos ?
Samuel Rand,
Marine.
Marine. He was ex-Marine.
So if we could find out when they started.
Samuel Marcos,
military.
Oh my god, I can't spell today. Military. And I'll do this and say.
But also, explosive. Red Hood could be responsible for the bridge collapse.
True.
Because many explosive. They've been accused of many attacks involving explosive charges.
Yeah.
So, if they're not the same person, I think Red Hood could have been involved with the.
I agree. Red Hood explosive sniping. Possible involvement with what's her name? Anya's death.
Yeah, Anya Marcos.
Anya's death. Okay.
Any other information you wanna?
I don't think so. I do find it interesting that we have. Is it Wills? No. Brown. No. So Wilson. So why is Wilson gonna be there?
He was the one that was running against Teller.
Yeah, but why is he gonna be there?
Because Teller invited him. So Teller invited him there to clear the air because Wilson keeps making slanderous things. So they're hoping that this will supposedly hopefully end Wilson's slander once and for all.
Okay.
But this is the event called The True Face of the Governor.
Oh, yes.
So there's that.
Yes. Okay.
Alright. Anything else we need here? Or?
I don't think so. Alright,
So you got some good information there.
Yeah. So we have some more stuff at the police station now. So we can go see Adam Colton. We can go to the office organizing the celebration, which is that what we just did? No.
Which one? What number is that?
303?
I don't think
No, we did 304, which was risk assessment, which
we
is
have
this
not.
one.
We have not done 303.
Yeah. And we can also meet with the DEA agent that was questioning De Silva.
I don't feel like it's gonna be poisoning. I feel like, and this may be slightly metagame-esque for me, I feel like at this point a poisoning would be too anticlimactic. And I also don't feel like it's gonna be bombing.
Well, anticlimactic, I feel like poisoning would be pretty intense because they seem to think that it's going to come from the sewer.
I don't think it's gonna be bombing either. I think it's gonna be sniper, personally.
Okay.
Because we have two different people, we have two different groups that have sniper connections.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like poisoning's gonna be too anticlimactic, and they've used bombing before.
I disagree with the poisoning. Because I don't think it's going to be poisoning like... I don't know.
Well, they're talking about the catering, so it'd be like poisoning of food, and I feel like that's just not very... I think that's a little...
I was thinking like poison gas.
No. They're talking about poisoned food.
That's dumb. That is dumb.
Yeah.
Oh.
That's why they bring up all the different caterers.
Don't like that. Alright.
So, that's what I said. I feel like we're going to be eliminating the poisoning pretty soon.
Poison is the lowest on our chart here.
Yeah.
So let's go to this one. I want to do this one.
Okay, so 303?
Yeah. I think that's a good idea.
303.
You enter the building. Oh, it's 2 hours. Oh god. I hate these when it's like one
Day.
One day. Okay, you enter the building, which houses the office organizing the celebration. Tons of people are running around making the final preparations for the event. You ask to speak with the person in charge of the organization, and the volunteer points you in the direction of Kelly O'Brien's office. How are the preparations going? You ask upon arriving. Well, there's quite a bit of chaos, she answers. The entire schedule is falling apart, with all of the constant last-minute changes. The plan was modified so many times that at this point, even I don't know what the final event will look like. Just yesterday, moments before sending the latest final plan, Mr. Locke again began making changes.
Mr. Locke.
I have no idea. I see. Could you please tell us about the most high-profile people participating in the event? Where can we find them? What they'll be doing? Things like that. Oh my, that's an army of people. This will be a huge event. Who should I start with? Governor Teller. Mr. Teller is currently in Washington, D.C. meeting with various party members and preparing his speeches for the event. He is due to fly in tonight and in no rush to get here as he isn't overlooking any of the preparations or organization personally. All of that falls on Mr. Joy. He's the one primarily contacting and supervising the guest list. Does Mr. Teller write his own speeches? The final speeches are usually written by Samantha Rain, his assistant. I spoke to her yesterday, and she mentioned that this time Mr. Teller is writing his own speeches, and that since she has a bit of free time, she's going to explore LA a bit. Alright, and Mr. Joy, where is he now? Mr. Joy took a day off from the preparations and flew to San Francisco yesterday. Today is the anniversary of his father's death. Mr. Joy went to go visit the grave. His wife Tiffany is helping us during his temporary absence. Mr. Joy himself plans on returning late tonight, but will be ready to drive to the event in the morning. He'll be accompanying Mr. Teller for most of the night, except for the events on Stage B, if my memory serves me right.
No, Stage C.
Stage B and C, actually. That's what we have. Who are some of the other individuals that come to mind? Mr. Wilson, our special guest, is already in town. He'll be making an appearance together with Mr. Teller on Stage C. Currently, he's in his hotel room and not really leaving due to the general threat. The presence of the Red Hood is not helping much either. We still don't know what they're capable of.
Now you must shut up and pet, please.
Oh no. Can I finish the card?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Anyone else? Martin Brown was due to arrive yesterday from Washington, D.C., but he just arrived today. He had an urgent matter pop up, so he ended up flying in from San Francisco instead. We have confirmation that he is already here and checked into his hotel. He was to be receiving his distinction on Stage B, but with all the changes, I'm not sure where he'll end up. As for Mr. Bradley, I'm sure there is no need for me to tell you about him. And then there are places that we can go.
Mine. Fine. Here, hold this. Hold this. So we can meet with Mr. Brown downtown, 308. We can meet with Mr. Wilson, 317. Ask Mr. Joy's wife about her husband, 321. Ask Samantha Rain about Mr. Teller's speech. Contact Teller, and contact Brian Locke and ask about his final changes to the plans. I feel like we need to find out the final plans. I think that's very important. And I do think we should meet with Mr. Wilson at some point. So we can downtown. We can still find out about the final plans. We can meet with Mr. Brown, who is the author. Which I'm not. I don't feel like Brown's the thing. Like I said, if it's gonna be Brown,
You make that stop.
she's purring super loud.
I know. She loves me.
She's already purring when I handed you. All right. I personally would like to contact Brian Locke about the changes to the schedule.
I agree.
That's the next thing I would want to do. Nailing down when people are going to be where is important to me. So you want to do that one?
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
That is 334. So we're going way in the back. Second to last one.
I have kitties downstairs, but they don't let me do this.
Locke welcomes you into his office at the organizing center. Jesus, how can I help you? Ask. It's about the changes to the event plan. What exactly were they? Oh, there are a lot of them. What specific changes did you mean? I've consulted with City Hall and the FBI on most of them, and I am in constant contact with Agent Rogers. Is that who we're in contact with? Rogers? I feel like Rogers was the main guy.
I don't remember. Yes, it was.
Was the FBI consulted for every change? All but the last one. We didn't have time and any make decision immediately because the stages were already being erected. However, for the sake of the general safety of both participants and the civilians, we decided to make a small change. We moved Stage C. It was supposed to be on North Hill Street, but it was moved a few yards closer between North Hill and North Broadway to the ongoing underground construction of the subway at North Hill Street. We consulted with Mr. Joy. We can spend a token to contact the FBI and discuss latest changes. Okay. You contact the agent dealing with the analysis assessments of the threats and ask about the latest changes. So waste your breath talking about it. It's one of the silent changes.
Silliest.
Oh, silliest changes. They've done a great job complicating our work. How? Please do not misunderstand, of course. The change is fully justified. The street was a very dangerous place because of the construction of the metro line. That's a fact, but it has now moved the stage onto a one-way street between North Hill Street and North Grand Avenue. Not like it is now. There's fur just flying up in my face. They jammed themselves directly under three of the highest buildings. We have to scare each one against the potential sniper attack. Stage 3 sniper threat, 30% up.
Stage C? Sniper? Oh, that's at 100% right now. Just FYI. It's like, why have you stopped petting me to write? What are you doing?
That was good information.
That was good information.
Okay, so I think that Teller and Wilson are definitely the targets for this.
Yes.
And I think that sniping is definitely going to be the way that they do it.
You grabbed my arm so violently.
So
I have a good kitty. This is a good kitty.
my kitty is a very good kitty, yes. Alright, so we did that.
I'm distracted. Okay, so we're still downtown, right?
Colton Wolf, and there's a lot of things pointing to hybrid though right now too.
Mm-hmm.
I still feel like Joy has something to do with this.
Did you move it on the...
Yes.
Okay.
It took 2 hours.
Hello, Jukiholic. No, this is Detective.
Yeah, this is Detective, and we're in the 80s, we're in LA, and we're trying to decipher who the threat is being posed against. We have the governor, which his name is Teller, Robert Teller. We have his political rival named Wilson, and then we have a writer, and we have our boss at the LAPD. Okay.
Also, hello. She just now stopped purring.
She's probably just falling asleep. Okay.
Hey.
Well, do we want to go back to the police station, or do we want to contact anybody else that's downtown?
I don't know. I'm feeling very. Please do not steal my lipstick out of there.
You can try.
I'm feeling very lost on this one.
See, I'm
Usually I'm like,
you know where you want to go next.
yeah, usually I know where I want to go next, but I feel very, I don't know.
I want to find about I'm stuck on Wilson and Teller right now, so I want to follow those leads. That's where I'm kind of at personally.
Okay.
I want to find out more about the accusations brought forth.
Okay.
Although Joy, I still, something about Joy never sat well with me,
Yeah, we didn't like Joy.
and so I'm wondering if Joy has something to do with this in the grand scheme of things.
Okay, so do we want to talk to his wife?
I mean, we haven't done that a whole lot. Talk to people, like talk to a wife about it. We can just see.
Sure. It's 3:21. Let's do that.
This would be like our one little wild thing. $3:21.
Yes. 1 hour. All right. You find Tiffany holding pamphlets celebrating Teller Joy election victory on the first floor of the organization offices. You introduce yourself and ask for a few minutes of her time. How can I help? Just some questions regarding your husband's trip. Oh, he went to San Francisco to lay flowers on his father's grave. The anniversary. Yes, his father died in an accident on this day. Chris was still just a teenager, and his father was the only family he ever knew. From what I know, he basically idolized him. His dad worked with the CIA, then all that firing happened throughout the department, and at the end of it, and the unfortunate accident. Did your husband mention anything before he took off? Some last errands, fears, maybe anxieties? Not at all. Everything is extremely well organized. The only thing that I could possibly think of is the theft. The theft.
Of a golden watch. No. It all comes back around.
Yes, last week some important receipts and statements disappeared from the headquarters. We still don't know what happened to them. Was it reported to the police? No, it must not have been too important. Chris said not to concern ourselves about it and that the police have more important things to deal with. And we have a pager check. The FBI managed to convince the constructors of Stage D, located in front of Town Hall, to move the stage a few yards. Doing so makes observing the sewage system much easier. So the Stage D bomb threat risk assessment has gone down 20%.
So it's down to like 10%.
10%.
I mean, I feel like we can almost like just cross that off. Like more, I feel like it's gonna be kind of like as we get closer, we just start like saying, okay, this isn't gonna be it.
Yeah.
This isn't gonna be it, kind of thing.
Okay, so we can get an analysis of the political career of Chris Joy at the police station.
Okay, I feel like we should go back to the police station at this point.
I agree. I think there are a few things that we could do in the suburbs, but like talking to Jenkins, Anderson, and Hoffman, but I don't feel like that's important. I still do want to examine the letter in the laboratory at some point in time, which I kind of feel like maybe we should do now.
Okay.
Before we go back to the police station.
So 1 hour to travel, and we're gonna do that. So 3:16.
Yeah.
One hour.
You knock and enter on the office of Megan Dorn. We have a potential bomber in town, you say while still in the doorway. I need to know if we can get anything out of this letter. You hand her the letter you received from Bradley. This may take some time, she answers, but I'll see what I can do. Please wait. She returns about 15 minutes later with some photos of the letter and tells you that she has signed the letter to be tested. The results should be ready within a few hours. Anything else? She asks. I'm not sure. You point toward one of the pictures. Does this tell you anything? Well, the name does puzzle me. No trace of such a name in the FBI database. Does it ring a bell? Well, she grabs a pen from her desk and crosses out the UN from the last name on the photocopy. Raymond Shaw is the main character in the story the Manchurian Candidate. So place a special token on the space 3 working hours away.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
4 o'clock.
When the time marker reaches the special token, read file 316.
Manchurian Candidate. That's,
Look it up.
that rings
Look
a
it
bell.
up. Look it up. Look it up.
That rings a bell with me.
Look it up. Yeah.
How do you spell it? M-A-C-H.
No, M-A-N. You're on cap locks too. M-A-N-C-H-U-R-I-A Manchurian Candidate.
It's a movie, that's right.
Well, it's a novel and then a movie.
Uh-huh.
Alright, so Manchurian Candidate is a novel by Richard Condon, the first published in 1959. It's a political thriller about the son of a prominent U.S. political family who is brainwashed into being an unwitting assassin for a communist conspiracy.
Joy.
Yeah.
Joy has something to do with this. No, it's just...
I feel like...
I think Joy is part of Hybrid.
You think Joy is part of Hybrid?
Yes.
Or do you think he's been...
I think Joy is part of Hybrid.
I want to be just like the Manchurian Candidate, though. I want him to, like...
Wait, but Marco.
Major Bennett Marco. I know, we have, Marcos.
Marcos, okay.
Sergeant Raymond Shaw and the rest of their infantry platoon are captured by an elite Soviet commando during the Korean War in 1952. They are taken to Manchuria and brainwashed into believing Shaw saved their lives in combat, for which Shaw is subsequently awarded the Medal of Honor. Marco was experiencing the platoon while surrounded by what appears to be sweet little ladies and part of their brainwashing. The platoon was seated together, and one of the ladies told Sergeant Shaw to murder 2 of his comrades from his platoon. The backdrop with the old ladies changes back between them and Chinese Soviet intelligence officials. Ew, scary. Yeesh. Okay. So.
Okay.
Now what? We want to check the political career of Chris Joy?
Or maybe Joy is actually
Brainwashed?
being brainwashed.
That's what I was thinking.
This has the vice president, and he's the mayoral, the gubernatorial elect. So he's the guy underneath the governor.
Yeah.
So.
Okay. So we are at the police. Well, we're at the laboratory. So we can go to the police station. We can go to the suburbs.
Let's say we go to the police station. We have like some more stuff that we can do.
Okay.
Like I want to learn about the accusations.
And
Well,
we
actually,
want to learn more about the political career too.
And Hybrid.
All right, so we got 3 things that we want to do at the police station.
Travel. Which one do you want to do first? I want to find. Let's find out about Hybrid.
Hybrid first? Okay.
Because I feel like there's a connection between Joy and Hybrid.
Okay, 327. I'm with you.
327, 1 hour.
Yay. You ask one of the FBI agents if you can have access to their computer database. What exactly are we looking for? The agent asks while logging into the FBI database on his computer. I need a full list of names of CIA agents who were released in 1975 after the Rockefeller Commission report. After a dozen or so minutes of browsing the database, a long list of names finally appears on the screen. Can I get it as a printout? Sure, we have a printer. File 327. Okay. Oh, Tom Wolfe. What is this? Oh, Hybrid. Yeah.
Tom Wolfe and Gordon Joy. Sorry.
Alright, so we know Chris Joy's father.
Andrews. That name rings a bell too. Michael Andrews. Why does that name sound familiar?
I don't know.
Well, just right. I mean. No worries. Hello, Marbangi.
Hello! Oh, they're part of hybrids. Okay.
Hi.
Every time I see George Salazar, all I can think of is,
Hold
More
on.
Chill.
I
Dates. What were you looking? What was the name?
Michael Andrews.
Andrews. Was that?
I'm 90% sure that's when we just.
Well, yeah, because it says he was the founder of Hybrid.
Yes. So he was also one that was fired from the CIA.
Yeah.
So him and Joy's dad knew each other.
Yeah.
So there's a chance that Joy, our Joy, knew the guy that now is running it. David.
David hasn't been seen.
In a year.
Yeah.
Or 2 years.
Okay.
Yeah. Because
Gotcha. Okay.
that was sorry, that was the connection I wanted to make.
Okay. Okay. So Michael Andrews was also in the CIA.
Yes. With Tom Wolfe and Gordon Joy.
Okay, we're getting good information. I still don't know who is going to be the target.
Sorry. Next. Do you want to do this one? Just get to.
But hang on. Here's the thing. So. Yes. Yes. Okay, never mind.
And this right around, and also it's right around the anniversary of his father's death.
Mm-hmm.
So I can feel that there's like a connection there as well. Do we want to analyze his political career?
Actually, I want to do this one. Learn
Okay.
more about the accusations brought forth by Wilson.
329. 1 hour. This also makes sure they do this other thing too.
Yes. So we'll do this, do the pager check, and then we'll do that. Okay. You go to Tom Giles, the most politically active officer at the police station. Tom talks about politics whenever possible. This time, it might actually be useful for something. During the campaign, Wilson claimed that the Teller Org campaign was financed, among other things, with dirty money from drug trafficking. Teller, of course, strongly denied the accusations. He pointed to the fact that for years, one of his most important issues as a politician was fighting against drug trafficking, and stated the accusations were absurd. Wilson saw that accusing Teller only allowed him to highlight his significant history of action against the drug trade. In the end, this really only showed that Wilson's campaign was surrounding itself with wild claims. He knew that with no evidence he had nothing, and so he stopped making accusations. Okay, thanks. No, hold on.
I'm going to actually pause you there for just a second. Teller was seen arguing with De Silva,
Yes.
who had connections to
Yes.
drug trafficking.
Yes. No, hold on. There's more. A few journalists got some information that there really was something going on, and Wilson could be right. Barbara Lee, a journalist for the Weekly Journal, published an article a few weeks after the Teller attack at the hotel. She wrote about the huge degradation of relations on Teller's staff. According to her, the relations between him and his running mate Chris Joy had greatly deteriorated. What do you think? I think that Wilson would not accuse him if he did not have some actual information. Something was going on. The question is whether Teller knew about it or not. Pager check. The police received a notification from a civilian. A group of suspicious people jumped over the fence onto the construction site near the West Temple Street. It is a demolition zone located near stage B and C. So the bomb threat goes up at B and C. So bomb at B is up to 90%, and bomb at C is up to 40%.
Okay.
There's that, and we also need to read file 316. Something is definitely up with Joy and Teller.
316?
Mm-hmm. Yay! An analysis was commissioned and performed at the request of LAPD officers. A letter containing a message is supposed to point out potential suspect. Ordered a double check with LAPD database. Results of this analysis are presented below. Fingerprints. Single print of the left hand thumb belongs to one of the suspects. Multiple fingerprints from both hands belonging to the second suspect. Okay, so add to match. Fingerprint of Steve Clark's.
Shall we click and see Steve Clark's?
Well, we also have another one, so go back. I would actually go back and get the other one first, so we don't forget.
That makes
Bradley's.
sense.
That makes sense. It was Bradley's.
Yeah. Now I'm going to click this because it came to us.
Steve Clark's. Look at that. Those glasses. That mustache. Okay, arrested on 10/17/86. That's this year. Fined $13,000 for a DWI and crashing into a police car. Arrested also this year for throwing eggs at George Wilson during one of those rallies. Fined $8,000. Bill paid by the Fast Cargo Company. We also need to read 316B.
I don't know why I did that.
I don't know why you did that either.
Because it said add a match.
But we already have the match.
Shh. Alright.
Number 316B
Oh.
would be in there.
Maybe it's on the back of that?
Oh, it is on the back of it. You answer the phone on the desk. It's Thompson, one of the dispatchers. Hey, if I remember correctly, you guys were looking into something with Fast Cargo, right? Yes, that's right. What about it? I just got an odd call. I'll connect you. Hold on. You hear a click, and after a moment, the voice of a young woman comes through the line. As I said before, I wanted to report that our employee, Steve Clark's, did not report to work today. The owner told me to report it to the police since Steve was arrested for assaulting Mr. Wilson in the past. Now with the large event taking place soon, we're concerned that he may be a threat. So we can spend one skill token from the token pool to send FBI agents in search of Clark's. I mean, we're going to do that, right? We have an extra.
Sure, why not?
And we can still...
I feel like he's a red herring, but let's do it.
Oh, Brad.
And we can still spend...
We can still spend one to get that one back.
Yeah. So let's do it. So we have the extra one to spend.
Ooh! Oh, set,
What?
redeemed a custom reward. A two-handed bastard fantasy sword.
I can just make a standard bastard sword.
It must be a two-handed fantasy sword.
I'm trying to think of how I would make that. Alright, I can try. I have an idea.
Are we doing that now?
Yeah, why not? I'll do it real quick. It's gonna take 3 balloons though. The bastard sword's like
Okay,
huge.
well, can I go get the things? Yes. I never eat that many of them. I don't know why you're upset. And I bought them for you. Like the good neighbor that I am. And I will let you have my Oreos if I have Oreos.
I'm gonna switch to the close up. Boom. Okay. Ugh.
I'll even get you milk. I got milk.
Here, hold this.
Do you want milk? Asking if you wanted some milk.
I'm okay with it.
1%.
Separating like that.
I'm gonna get myself milk.
This may turn into a huge anime sword. Ah!
Ah.
There you go. Super long sword. That's
Ha! What did you get? Rude. Take this.
Oh, yeah, it does. You're in the witness protection program.
All right.
Okay, what were we doing? Where were we going? We just read 13. We just read B, and we spent 1.
Yes, 310 suburbs.
So we have to go to the suburbs.
Oh yeah.
I mean, we wanted to go there anyway, so suburbs, 1 hour.
Wait.
What? We spent the token.
Well, we can take the token back. We don't have to do it
gotcha.
right now.
I thought we had to do it right now.
No. So I thought we did too, but it's a further lead. We also want to do the analysis of his political career
Sure.
before we leave.
So what is that? 312?
Oh, and a pager check. The FBI analyst types some commands in on his computer and sees some additional information. Appear regarding Chris Joy. What do we have here? It looks like Chris Joy was born in San Francisco in 1959. No real information about his mother. He was raised by his father, Gordon Joy. Gordon worked for the CIA until June 1975. What's interesting is that soon after, between 75 and 76, Gordon Joy became a shareholder of many well-known local prospering companies. His tax return, the agent waits. The agent waits for the screen to load. Yes, his tax return jumped many times over since he stopped working in the CIA. The whole fortune transferred over to Chris after his father's death. How did the father die? Just a moment. He types some more things and gets to a police report on the screen. Looks like a traffic accident. A bus driver got distracted and ran a red light, smashing into Joy's car. Nobody in the bus got seriously injured, but Gordon died immediately. What happened to Chris after his father's death? He studied at Caltech in Pasadena. Most likely his father's fortune opened some doors. He finished school with honors in 1982. And though he completed a chemistry degree, he decided to go into politics. Apparently, politics started to catch his attention after he joined the Democratic Party in 1981. In 82, he moved to Los Angeles and started to climb up the political ladder.
Alright, now you see you're going to behave or you're going to get kicked out.
Alright, pager check. All installers of stages A and B have been thoroughly screened, and no alarming profiles have been identified. The screening of installers for stages C and D is still underway, and we are waiting further information. Risk assessment. Okay, so the bomb threats on A and B go down by 20%. So, 40.
That's bomb. You're in the wrong one.
Oh, shoot. Okay, that's 60. I hope I didn't do that on any other ones.
You didn't.
150. Oh, so the bomb threat goes down. From 70 to 50 and from 50 to 30.
I don't see the big box in you with those small ass numbers.
I was planning on, like, just writing them in. But I didn't realize it was going to be so much. Okay. Now we can go.
Is there anything else at the police station we want to do real quick since we're here?
I don't think so. The only other thing is the possible location of the laboratory. Oh, we can also contact Teller. Here. This one's done.
Let's contact Teller.
Okay.
Let's find out what he knows because he's one of our main threats.
Okay. 332. I think. Yeah. 1 hour. You call the governor's hotel. Teller is not in a good mood and does not want to talk. Only after pleading for a minute of his time does he finally come around. Please forgive me, but I've had enough. This whole campaign and now this event. I still cannot believe that I've let Chris persuade me to do another public appearance. We were supposed to slow down the pace after winning the election. Take a breath. However, there are still trips, speeches, and a life of constant stressful travel. Even Morgan, my bodyguard, who has been with me from the very beginning, has had enough. He's been on medication constantly as of late. It's too much. I miss time with my family. Teller is silent for a moment. I decided to use this opportunity to announce something important. What do you think about the threats? We have reason to believe you could be in danger. Honestly, I do not understand FBI politics. I've looked at the threat assessment report, and many people besides myself could be in danger. Red Hood repeatedly threatened us with bombings during our conventions. Wilson will be there with his wife, the decorated officer. Jenkins will be with Bradley. Joy will be there, probably with Brian Locke. With each of us, there will be numerous close and trusted individuals. There will be more people on that stage than just Wilson and me. Determine who will be on stage in addition to the guests of honor.
I think we should do that.
309.
Somebody, his bodyguard now is,
Yeah. 1 hour. And this is done then too. Agent Lee, can you move the token? Agent Lee is speaking with Bradley about something when he sees you and nods for you to come over. You ask for information regarding exactly who will be on the stages other than the guests of honor. Teller will of course be accompanied by his Lieutenant Governor Chris Joy. Bradley chimes in. Both of them organize the event, so they want to be seen on stage, recognizing the achievements of the guests together. Yes, exactly, Adsley. Of course, the governor will be there along with his security detail and personal bodyguard, Josh Morgan. Wilson will also be there along with his personal bodyguard, Ray Dalton. Both have been thoroughly screened. Wilson will also be joined by his wife. We tried to talk him out of this idea, but to no effect. He stubbornly stated that this is a very important appearance for him, and he wants to be seen with his wife. Brown will be there to receive a special distinction and will be on stage alone. As for the chief of police, I'll be with Jenkins, says Bradley. One more thing. Chris Joy will not be present during Governor Teller's speech on stage B. Locke, his assistant, mentioned that Joy wanted to head to stage C early in order to finish final preparation for the Teller-Wilson appearance personally. Sketchy.
C again. Once again, C.
Sketchy. Yeah.
Stage C.
At the end of the briefing, you ask for options to look further into the 3 individuals that will be present. Lee says if it's truly important, he can spare some agents. Alright, so
We can do the page check.
let's do the pager check and then we can decide what we're going to do. Bradley was able to pull some strings and hired a trusted private security team to stand guard at nearby buildings between West 1st Street and Grand Park. On the wall of the church near this location of stage B, graffiti was identified as reading "The Day of Judgment is near" along with the Red Hood symbol. So, stage A, the sniper threat goes down by 10%. Stage B, the bomb threat goes up by 10%. And stage B, the poison threat goes up by 10%. We're still sitting at 100% over here on the sniper for Teller-Wilson.
Mm-hmm.
For stage C. Alright, so we have more things that we could do. I feel... Yeah, Josh, spending a token from the pool to check on Josh Morgan's activities.
I think it's more important than finding Clark.
I do too. Knowing that he's been taking medication more often now.
Because Clark's a brand new person in our investigation. Morgan's been he was the bodyguard at
the beginning.
Yeah. 314.
Yeah, I agree. 1 hour. Hey, we get to add a token to the poll! You're looking through all of the notes the FBI has gathered to this point, wondering who Raymond Unshaw is, and more importantly, where and how he'll try to make the attack. Your pager nudges you out of your thoughts. The agent works fast and are already done with their visit with Josh Morgan, who had the last 2 days free ahead of Teller's return from Washington. Morgan did not look well. The agents secured a container of medication. Morgan said that he's been feeling fatigued lately and that he received the meds the previous week from Chris Joy when they were together along with Teller in Santa Barbara. The FBI took the drugs to the laboratory for analysis. Ayy. So we got to add a token to the pool.
Yep.
And we can place a special token on space 5 working hours away.
That's fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm putting these back down here.
When the time marker reaches the special token, read file 314. Are those working hours though?
Yes.
They've got to be working hours.
It's just it's number of hours. That's that.
Hey, I need you to stop creeping on my milk here. Okay.
So let's just put this up here to remember that. Something tells me that those drugs are going to have the same mind control stuff that we've dealt with before.
I think so too.
And you got it from Chris Joy.
Can I have another Oreo, please? Thank you.
Okay. So, I don't think we need to talk out Ray Dalton or Maria Wilson's activities. I mean, it's Maria Wilson, that's his wife. I don't know. This Chris Joy hybrid thing is what I'm kind of leaning towards right now.
I am too.
Can we talk to... We can talk to Wilson in the suburbs. Do we want to go... We're not in the suburbs. We're at the police station right now. We're getting ready to go to the suburbs.
Yes. Still at the police station.
Should we go to the suburbs now? Let's go to the suburbs and let's talk to Mr. Wilson and Tom.
Sure. Yeah, we're getting ready to go to the suburbs to do this.
Yeah, but I don't think we need to do that right now.
So, an hour.
So do you want to talk to Tom Wolf first, or do you want to talk to...
I would talk to Mr. Wilson first.
All right. 317. One hour.
Okay. Ooh, and a pager check. I feel like we're finding a lot of pager checks. I feel like that's a good thing that we're on the right.
Unless all these are pager checks and they all like just kind of bump up and down a little bit.
No, all of them. Not all of them have had pager checks.
Oh,
We've
right.
had quite a few that haven't had pager checks. So I feel like we're on the right track. Two bodyguards flank the door to George Wilson's room. You show them your badge and one of them opens the door for you. You walk in and don't waste any time. After receiving the threats, you immediately reported them to the FBI. Yes, I recently finished some important meetings concerning the future of the city, and I fear that the threat may have something to do with that. What kind of meetings? Unfortunately, I cannot disclose that. I feel like if your life is in danger, you should really be disclosing that kind of stuff to the police and the FBI. I just feel like that's important. All I will say is that I acquired certain documents from Teller's camp. All will be made clear during Teller's speech. This will be great news for Los Angeles. Oh no. You realize the gravity of the situation, right? This is not the time for concealing things. See, I was right.
I feel that there's the receipts is what he received from the Teller campaign.
Probably.
From Joy.
Probably. You of course I realize. I have my own team working parallel to the police department. I received the full threat assessment report from the FBI. I know about the threat from Hybrid, Red Hood, and about Marcos. I know he came to LA, and I know he has a gun. How are you planning to secure your safety? He writes something on a piece of paper and then hands it to you. It's a phone number with the name Tom Wolf written next to it. George Tails, a former criminal who served 2 years for a bank robbery, was recognized working for catering company Grab a Bite. Dealing with refreshments in the area of Stage A. The FBI has started observing this company and will keep us informed continuously. So the poison threat for Stage A has gone down.
You're not going to read those pretty soon.
I can read them just fine. Please,
You're
back
making me
off.
anxious with that.
Back off! Alright. So, we wanted to speak to Tom Wolf anyway.
Same one?
No.
Oh.
Do you want to do them both?
No.
You want to just do this one?
Yep. Yeah. No. We don't need to do the basic one. We need to go specifically about hybrid.
Okay. Then it's 3:13. We can also speak to Wilson's bodyguard too.
I'm not worried about that one.
Also, we're just on the close-up screen. I don't know if that needs to change.
Well, we haven't.
We haven't moved anything on this
Yeah.
one, but
So what is it? 313.
313. Yes, 313. Percentage of the Canadian Stephen rising. 1 hour. Oh no. Oh, okay.
Okay, I'm spending our first token because we're going into overtime.
Well. Getting out of the car, you see a blue Ford pull into the driveway and park. Wolf is slowly inching his way out. He has a cut on his eyebrow and lower lip. He's barely able to stand. You help him get into the house. Tell Bradley that Collins is in town, he says as he lowers himself onto the couch with a grimace on his face. Is he the one that did this to you? We had a small misunderstanding, Wolf says as he pours himself a drink. Tell the FBI to secure the roofs near the stages. If you let him get a shot off, Collins won't miss. Who's the target? I don't know. What I heard at Wilson's worries me. He obtained some documents a few days ago. I don't know who from, or what about. Maybe Hybrid is planning on using him. And Teller? I spoke to Morgan. Since the events at Bel Air Point Hotel, the relationship between Teller and Joy has significantly deteriorated. Morgan didn't want to tell me any details, but something is definitely going on within their headquarters. And Red Hood. They're planning something during the closing ceremonies at Stage D. Their goal is to appear on the news. I don't know why, some stupid motive surely, but it has nothing to do with the assassination plans. Thanks. We're on the same team. I owe this to Jennifer. Remove card 319 from the deck.
Okay.
So now we don't get to know what this is the last one, right?
Hmm?
This is the last one that we have, or is there a fourth one?
No, this is the last one that we have.
Hi, Noah! Good, because I'm going to totally read that card after this.
But there's a fourth one that's connected to this cases. Unless it's a standalone case. But
Okay.
so he's saying that Red Hook has nothing to do with this.
Red Hood has nothing to do
with the assassination.
with the assassination.
But he's saying that this.
They are going to do something during the closing ceremonies.
Yeah, but they're saying that Collins is gonna take a shot.
Which one's this? Who's Collins?
Collins was the guy they said right at the very beginning.
Is he the... Who is Collins? I don't remember.
This is right from the intro to 3. Or right at the very beginning. We had information about Collins at some point.
Yeah, could it go back to database? Risk assessment? Try that one, because we had to read that. Not this one. This isn't the risk assessment I wanted.
Okay.
Wait, well, keep scrolling down, though.
I want to know Brown knowing about Hybrid's activities.
Is the file 300.
I know we've seen that name, and they talked about the person.
Why is this the same as the... This wasn't file 300. This was the introduction. There we go. Oh, it's this thing. Hey, get up. Excuse me while I get the cat from behind the green screen. Hey. Yep. Run.
Yeah, I hope everybody over there is staying safe. I know it's kind of stinks that you guys have to temporarily be apart, but hopefully everything will be smooth over soon enough and you guys can all be back together playing games together again. I know how much that means to you. We are just very lucky here because we all live in a duplex, so we're all within 5 feet of each other anyways.
Why were we looking at what are we looking at? Who are we looking for? Collins.
I feel like Collins has come on. We've read the name Collins today.
What did he miss? I don't know. I don't remember that name.
I do.
Here we go.
Find it?
Yes.
Alright, she's going away. Lynx, come here. Hey. Hey, come here.
Hitman for hire.
You the hitman for hire?
Now pay attention, what's most alarming is the fact that Nathan Collins has been seen around the park. This confirms earlier reports about him being in LA. We believe he is a hitman for hire, so be on the lookout for him. That's all. Now get back to work and focus.
So he is in town.
Yes.
He's a hitman for hire.
But who is he going to hit?
My guess is Teller. I'm guessing that Teller is the target.
Yeah, but do we have him as a hitman, and then we also have the bodyguard possible?
Teller and Wilson, they're announcing something together. There's a major announcement happening
Yeah.
that makes Wilson happy. And Teller seems like he's frustrated and doesn't want to be the governor.
Yeah. I don't know.
Alright, well, what do we want to do? We are in the suburbs. Did I put a second one in there? No, I put one in there for the first one.
Mm-hmm.
So we have 10 o'clock. I gotta do this again. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Okay, so we have all the things we need. We still have one extra one still we can use for something.
Yes.
I don't feel like we need to follow Clark. I feel like Clark is a red herring.
Yeah.
So where's the car that we just had?
We can speak with Samantha Rain about Mr. Teller's speech.
Let's do that. We're in the suburbs, right?
Yeah.
So
We're in the
326.
suburbs. 326. 326. 326. 326. Yay! Oh, we get to add a token to the pool. You knock on the door to Samantha. You knock on the door to Samantha Rain's hotel room. She is surprised by the visit and says she isn't in the position to answer any questions. Though she does write Teller's speeches, this time she did not really have much to do. She just wrote the short intro on the courageous work of Jenkins and short speech for the awards ceremony of Mr. Brown. As for Mr. Teller, he decided to write the 2 main speeches for stage C and D himself. Why this decision, you ask? I'm not sure. When we initially planned this, I was to write the majority of the speeches from his notes, but later the governor suddenly decided to do it himself. When did he make this decision? It must have been about 2 weeks ago, maybe a bit more. Oh, it was after that meeting with Wilson. I overheard Mr. Teller setting the meeting on the phone. He was supposed to bring him something. I was a bit surprised by all of this because even Mr. Joy didn't know about it. The next morning I asked if there was anything new I should work into the speech as a result of the meeting, but Mr. Teller said that he'll be taking care of the speech himself and ended the conversation. Add a token to the pool.
I think that Joy is the corrupt one, and the mayor and the governor just found out about it.
Yeah. Pager check. An agreement was reached with the owners and managers of the buildings located between North Grand Avenue and North Hope Street. Access to them will be guarded by Bradley's most trusted people. Risk assessment. Stage A, the sniper threat goes down by 30%. 20. And the sniper threat at stage B goes down by 20%.
We're getting real low on a lot of numbers.
We're getting real low on a lot of numbers, and we're still sitting at 100%.
On the sniper.
The sniper at stage C. I feel like it's going to be a sniper at stage C. Whatever we do next, we also have to do that thing.
Yes. All right. So we're still in the suburbs.
Still in the suburbs. What do we have? We can meet with Jenkins, Anderson, and Hoffman if we wanted.
Let's meet with Jenkins. We haven't talked to Jenkins.
Meet with Jenkins? Yeah, we didn't talk to Jenkins at all.
So let's talk to Jenkins. Let's just see what he has to say.
Let's talk to Jenkins. All right, that is number 306. I don't know why you're moving that.
What?
We're not moving anywhere yet.
Because I...
I mean, it's still an hour, but we have a pager check and we'll read that after. The doors to Jenkins' home are open and you find him sitting on the couch watching television. His wooden crutches are off to the side, leaning against the coffee table. Upon seeing you, he immediately straightens up in his seat. Is it time? We're going? He asks excitedly. Not yet. Calm down, you say, and see his face droop. You tell him about the situation. Jenkins listens to you intently, and once you finish, he pushes himself off the couch, holding up a hand when you go to help him. He grabs his crutches and slowly makes his way to a shelf on the back wall. I was close to this when I was investigating the situation of Hoffman and Anderson. He reaches for a folder sandwiched between two books. Here are all my notes. On Andrews, I don't have much. He likes to stay in the background and keep to the shadows. I have more on Johansson since you could tell something was off about that whole fast cargo operation from miles away. Oh, here. He hands you a card with a lot of numbers on it. What am I looking at? Those are the dates and sums of wire transfers from a fast cargo higher-ups to Teller's campaign. I'm a cop. I don't very much believe in coincidences, do you? I don't understand why anyone associated with fast cargo would support Teller. They should want to destroy him. He campaigned for tighter laws on import regulations and support of policy impeding drug trafficking. They have no reason to push him and Joy ahead. Damn. You look at the document stunned. Why didn't you approach anyone with this? Why do you think? Jenkins asks, nodding towards his crutches. Pager check. The construction around Stage A was enlarged so as to encompass the entire stage area. The stage may now only be seen from the North Grand Avenue. This greatly decreases the chance of sniper fire at this stage. Live Cater notified our personnel of a suspicious individual wandering around their tables near Stage D. From the description, it was determined that the individual was most likely Mike Sleeve, a felon who has strong ties to the Red Hood organization. Which isn't surprising because we knew that Red Hood was going to do something at the final.
Yes, but
the poison threat
it
does go up.
But it does have to do with the assassination.
No.
Also, they used the term assassination, and I guess the other one's a senator, so it'd still be an assassination. Never mind.
Okay. So the sniper threat at stage A is out now at negative 10%.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna put 0. Is that okay?
Sure.
I'll even put to the side here it's negative 10 just in case something like adds 10. But I think we can pretty much say that it's not going to be a sniper at stage A.
Okay.
This thing.
Yes. File
314.
314.
I thought you were saying 3-4 something.
Yeah, 14.
No, but like 341, 343, like something like that.
Yeah, 14.
I understand. Stop talking. Criminalistic Laboratory Scientific Investigation Division. Analysis report. Alright, pills. The bottle of pills was secured at the hotel room, rented and registered in Josh Morgan's name, where he stayed for the time being. Original bottle label is missing. It is only labeled with the serial number 023A7X. The analysis of the pills' chemical composition revealed that a strong antidepressant and anti-anxiety drug consisting mostly of names that I can't pronounce. So, just add it to the match. Pretty sure this is the same thing that was in her Yep, those are the same pills. Those are the same pills from the bathroom at from Jennifer's.
Yep. So, and Joy gave them to him. Alright, what do we want to do next?
I feel like we're getting a lot done. I feel like we actually for once chose the correct path. Like from the start, so we're not like...
Yeah, we're still in the suburbs. I don't feel like we need to do anything else on this. Did we meet with Mr. Wilson? Yes, we did. Do we want to meet with Mr. Brown? He knows a lot about hybrid. Hybrid has something to do with this. We contacted Teller. We found about the changes. We just talked to Mrs. Rain about that. We talked with Joey about his wife. The only thing we haven't done on this card is talk to Mr. Brown.
Well, we also... I'm a little worried about the fast cargo.
We have 2 extra things. Do you want to...
I'm a little worried about fast cargo because they're the ones that were pushing for Joy to get through. Well, we're...
So, do we want to look for Clark, the guy that didn't show up to work?
I don't know. I mean, I guess we can.
I mean, the other thing we do is go downtown and talk to Adam Colton in the prison.
We can also go back to the police station and see what they have on the location of the laboratory. Because it's possible that these pills are coming from fast cargo.
I mean, they are. Oh, true. I mean, you want to do that? You want to go back to the police station and do that? Or do we want to look for him? I say, let's look for him, because chances are it's going to be, like, place a marker so many hours down.
I agree.
So we spend one to do that?
Yeah. Yeah.
What is it?
Yeah, 310.
1 hour.
1 hour. Oh, wait. Well, no. Seems like a dead end, but we got a pager thing. You get some information on your pager. Call the listed number and soon you're in a car driving toward the address where the FBI has Clark's. They think it's a dead end and that the guy has nothing to do with the assassination plans, but you'd like to make sure of that yourself. You park in the building lot and run up to the 3rd floor. The third door to the left. You go inside. The man sitting in the bed. He reeks of alcohol. I didn't do nothing wrong, he slurs, clearly drunk. Why didn't you show up at work today, sir? I'm off today. Who did you ask to have a day off? Mr. Johansson, of course. Mr. Johansson. Yesterday he handed me a holiday bonus, and I asked for it then. This is a joke, one of the agents exclaims. Back to work, this is a dead end. Time is running out, someone is playing with you. Although I do want you to look. I read it exactly how it was written. It's a lot like Can't Say No in Oklahoma. Pager check. The number of tables serving refreshments is reduced to stage D. Additionally, side curtains which have been installed, which blocks the view onto the stage. Okay, so stage D, sniper threat is down 20%. poison threat is down 10%. So this is down to 40. Yeah, this is down to 20.
20. Yeah, I feel like we are like
Everything except for the bomb threat at B is down below
50%.
50%, except for the 100% sniper.
Yeah. Alright, so we did that, which means we've completed
This card.
this card.
Dead end.
That's fine.
It's fine. We're feeling pretty good right now. We can talk to Wilson's bodyguards.
Do you want to do that?
I think it might be a good idea.
All right, let's do it.
I feel like we've got a lot of time right now, and I'm feeling oddly
Too confident?
confident. Yeah, which makes me
322.
nervous. 322. 322. There it is. There it is. Suburbs. Another pager tick. You show your badge to the 2 bodyguards standing outside Wilson's room.
I need to stop moving that first because I moved it before we got to 1 hour because I'm getting so used to everything being an hour.
Being an hour, yeah. Everything has been an hour. You tell them they have a break and that the 2 FBI agents will take place for a short bit. You lead them to another nearby room for a short conversation. We can't say anything. Professional confidentiality, the older of the 2 blurts out immediately. You throw the FBI report on the table in front of them. How's this for professional confidentiality? We have 2 potential shooters in the city, Marcos and Collins. The latter of the 2 has been a sniper in the Special Forces for 10 years. Both are targeting your boss, and the FBI believes this is a critical level threat. If you don't start cooperating, then by this time tomorrow, you both may very well be unemployed. The younger guard is clearly shocked. Such a blatant and upfront presentation of the situation seems to have also made an impression on the older one. Okay, so what do you need? Details, specifics, what caught your eye in the last few days? You can definitely feel the tension. Something happened a few days ago. Mr. Wilson whispers a lot now when speaking to his wife or assistant, so I don't know much. But something is definitely going on. The younger guard perks up and chimes in. Next week will be crazy, especially after Teller's speech. What? You ask? That's what Mr. Wilson told his wife yesterday. I overheard it before he asked me to leave the room.
We gotta talk to the wife thing. We need to do the wife thing.
Maria Wilson?
Yes.
We gotta do that fast.
Yes. We'll do that next. Well, we still have all this time, so we need to go back to the police
Yeah, but
station to do that.
this one it took like 5 hours.
Yeah. So we go back to the police station to do it next.
The FBI forced the organizers and people from Town Hall to set up curtains near Stage C from the north side. The result, the stage will not be fully exposed as... different. The organizers wished, but this means that any potential line of fire will be greatly obscured. After screening the company, Grab a Bite, it was discovered they had received multiple payments from Fast Cargo. The company was released from its services at Stage A, and the role was shifted to Life Cater, which was already responsible for servicing Stage C and D. So Stage A, the poison threat is now at 0. And Stage C is down 10% for the sniper, so it's at 90.
A whopping 90%.
A whopping 90%. All right, so we got to get there fast.
All right, so we're going to the police station.
Going to the police station, we're going to use our last one.
Our last-
328.
So we're using this.
We're using that to do this next card. I'm afraid that we won't have enough time.
1 hour.
Okay, good. Okay.
So this goes down 1.
Okay. You're sitting at your desk and waiting for the agent's report. You wonder why Wilson insists on having his wife with him on Stage C. I forgot about that. In the middle of your musing on the phone, the desk rings. You pick it up. This is Agent Jeffrey. I wanted to inform you that we checked Mrs. Wilson. We did not find anything suspicious. At first, when she saw us, she got scared and started saying that she knew because of Teller's papers there would be trouble. But as we started to explain why we were there, she quickly dropped the subject. We did not find anything suspicious, drugs, alcohol, or anything nefarious. And Wilson still wants his wife on stage. Yes. Mrs. Wilson will be on Stage C. She says that it's very important to both of them. She was not persuaded to stay in the hotel. I feel like Teller's going to step down.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think so, and I think Joy does not like that, and that's going to be that's the reason.
I feel like Joy doesn't know. I feel like Joy doesn't know that he's going to step down.
I feel like I don't know.
I feel like there's a whole lot of things at work here.
Mm-hmm.
I think the plan is to actually get Joy to be...
We've done all that. Because we talked to his bodyguards.
Yeah.
What else have we done? We did this one. That's what we did.
Yeah, we did that one. We can't do any of these.
Okay.
We picked the right one.
Well, we could write a report and still do one of these.
We could write a report and do one of those, but it's...
I don't think these two people haven't even come up.
It's Ray Dalton. We just did.
We
literally just did.
Ray Dalton, we haven't done.
We haven't done Ray Dalton. I don't think it's necessary. We have done all but one on this one. We've done all but one on this one, and we've done...
Well, we're at the police station. You wanted to see about the police cargo.
I did want to see about the fast cargo. We didn't meet with Mr. Brown.
I don't feel like he's a threat. I feel like...
I forgot that this was a thing.
I feel like this is kind of where we're at.
Yeah, it's definitely Teller and Wilson.
And it's definitely stage 3. I think it's sniper at stage 3.
I think it's sniper at stage 3, but... We contacted Teller, we talked to Samantha Rain, we talked to Mr. Joy's wife, we talked to Mr. Wilson. We did not, and we did this. So we did all but talk to Mr. Brown, which we're not going to do.
Okay.
Or at least we think we're not going to do.
I'll put it here, but I don't think we're going to do
that.
We did this one.
Yeah, we've done everything but one. So let's do this one.
Okay.
Otherwise, we're going downtown to meet Adam Colton.
Okay, well, let's do this. So it's 3:35?
3:35.
Last one.
Last card. Oh, God.
What is it, 1 hour?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay, well, we can't do this. After the recent arrest from within the narcotics division, the atmosphere at the station has not been the best. Some of new faces have joined the team, and the older faces are a bit somber. The arrests of Hoffman, Anderson, and Perez decidedly affected the morale. Nonetheless, you need their help. Spend 3 tokens to place a token on the space 2 working hours away. 2, 3, 1, 5, 0, 6. We can't do this one.
Okay, well, but we can do the page check.
While analyzing the plan of the library near Grand Park, it was discovered that some underground corridors are located directly under the structure of Stage C. These corridors were immediately secured and are under constant observation by the agency. So the bomb threat at Stage C is down by 20%.
I think like 20% or something.
20%. So for those at home, Stage A we have is a negative 10% sniper, 30% bomb, and 0% poison. Stage B, we have a 30% sniper, 60% bomb, 10% poison. Stage C, 90% sniper, 20% bomb, 40% poison. And then Stage D, 40% sniper, 10% bomb, and 20% poison. So Steven and I are pretty positive it's going to be sniper at Stage C. But, how's this going to turn out? So since we can't do that one, which is really disappointing, there's still so many cards.
Yeah, but there's even more of number 2. We have way more cards than we had for number 2. All right. Well, we're at the police station. Is there anything else we can do? Have we done all those? We've done all that.
Yeah.
We're running out of leads now.
Yeah, we're not going to know anything about
So we gotta go downtown.
the laboratory.
And talk to Colton.
Let's go downtown and talk to Colton.
Downtown and Colton. So 3:24.
Really frustrated that we're not going to know anything about the laboratory. Okay, the call from Agent Lee works wonders. When you arrive, Colton is already waiting for you in the interrogation room. As soon as he sees you, he simply leans back in the chair, crosses his arm, and states that he has nothing to say. We can help you, you say. And did you help De Silva as well? He asks with a smirk. Funny, seems you're all caught up. Do you know about the planned attack too? By the look on his face, you can tell that he does. You're checking everything, right? He turns to you and continues in a condescending tone. You're betting on a sniper attack. A good lead for sure, but understand this. You don't know shit. You didn't know anything before the Bel Air Point Hotel, and you don't know anything now. Does it scare you to know that practically anyone can already be compromised? That someone who is trusted can pull out a gun at any moment and shoot. Colton sees that his words have impact. It'll happen. Don't think you can stop it. And as for me, don't worry, I'll be out of here soon. So we can check who visited Colton in jail.
Sure. I mean, we have the token, might as well use it, right?
Yeah. You ask the guards for information. one who visited Colton since he's been in prison. Unfortunately, at that very moment, an alarm starts blaring from one of the wings due to a brawl that broke out among some prisoners. Both guards run to the scene to assist. Left alone, you look through the documents in the desk log to see what you find. You find the guest log. Sven Johansson, I'm assuming is what I'm supposed to read because the rest of them are unreadable. So we can go to Fast Cargo and speak to Johansson, which I think we should. We've got a couple hours left. We're already downtown.
Yeah, that's the only one that rings a bell or even comes close to ringing a bell, so.
Wait, hang on. I may have done something stupid. Can I see this real fast? Nope.
We could have got it.
Nope. Never mind. Didn't do something stupid. Let's go! 3:20. It's the last thing we can do. Right now. We also have 309 at the police station, but I feel like we've already done that.
We did do that.
Yeah. You drive to Fast... Oh, it's an hour.
Hold on. 309. Yeah, we've
Yeah,
already
we
done
did.
that one. So we done that, so I can take this one away.
Yep. You drive to Fast Cargo, enter the building, you can take this one away too. Enter the building and walk right through the lobby. The secretary is yelling behind you that you're not allowed to enter without permission, and quickly grabs her phone. A few seconds later, you're at Johansson's office and open the door. He's just walking away from one of two corkboards sitting up against the wall. Both of them are covered in a large black tarp. It looks like it was done in a rush. I hope I'm not disturbing anything, you say coldly. Why, of course not. I was just about to take a little break, he says with that familiar phony smile plastered on his face. He sits behind the desk and opens a carafe. Brandy? Did you visit Adam Colton in prison, you ask, ignoring his offer? Yes, I was there recently. I had some things I needed cleared up after he was fired, and only he could help me in that regard. You were tempted to look under that black cover of the boards, but you know that without a warrant you wouldn't be able to get away with it. It's about those cork boards. What's underneath the sheets, you ask, nodding your head in that direction. Unfortunately, that is private company knowledge. Our strategy for 87 and things like that, you see, he replies. And why do you need two boards? Every strategy needs a good backup plan, he says, his smile seeming to get wider. Well, if that's all, I'm afraid I must be getting back to work. I feel like it's not going to matter what we do. I feel like someone's going to die.
No, we do the final report before anything happens.
The FBI screened a company which will be providing snacks in the Stage B area on the West Temple Street. A small local company, several employees, none of them have known any connections to terrorist or criminal organizations. So Poison Stage B is down 30%, which means it is negative 20.
Those snacks are super safe.
those snacks are super safe.
Well, we're downtown. We could meet Mr. Brown because we have the time.
Might as well.
All right.
I'm feeling uncomfortable that we've gotten through everything.
1 hour.
Martin Brown is waiting for you in his office at the LA Times. Do you have any idea why you received the threat letter? You ask. Hybrid, he answers. He put down the cup of coffee he's been sipping and lights a cigarette. As my investigation gets closer and closer, I feel them breathing down my neck more and more. I'm close to discovering the location of their LA laboratory, and I have proof that their coffee imports are covered for Asian drugs. He takes out a file from his drawer. This is a list I have finally managed to...
This is the list I have.
This is a list I have finally managed to put together of every customer in the country that purchases coffee from them. All small shops in the Los Angeles area. You can easily verify the amounts purchased against the massive quantities they're bringing in. There is a huge discrepancy. In January, I'll be writing an official story about this, but there are a few more facts I have to check. Brown puts the file back in the drawer. Recently, Hybrid and Fast Cargo had a string of bad luck. Robert Bay is dead. Colton is behind bars. De Silva, although not technically a part of Hybrid, is also dead. Young Andrews is definitely planning something to regain control. He still has his trusted dog Johansson, who he must aid to regain Hybrid's foothold in the area. Blah, 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 blah. He'll target any enemy necessary to strengthen the organization. Brown suggests if you check the archives of the LA Times, You want to read the articles he wrote. He mentions he sometimes writes under the pseudonym Carl Hopkins. Okay, so we can check the articles downtown, or we can check the leads. Can't do anything.
But we can push.
We can push him for more information. Is there anything else, Mr. Brown? You must know that this isn't a game anymore. They're serious. They're planning to kill. This was never a game. You have no idea what I had to go through to get over the past few years. How carefully I had to hide my traces. Knowing that one wrong step could cost me my life. Sergei Lachenko, or Adam Colton, or whatever he's calling himself these days. He tried to catch me unprepared more than once. People of his caliber
Language.
People of his caliber don't fuck around. They can easily kill in cold blood. So yeah, I know perfectly well that this isn't a game. So tell us more. What were you doing in San Francisco? What came up that made you change your plans? He smiles involuntarily and nods his head. Operation Midnight Climax in San Francisco gave birth to unexpected fruit. What does that mean? That's a journalist's secret.
I don't know if I want to look this term up.
Can we, like, put it on, like,
Hold on.
not on here?
There. Sorry, you guys will get to see this in just a moment.
Just a minute. After we pre-screen it. Midnight Climax. Oh, San Francisco. Okay, we good.
Okay, we're good. Sorry, friends, just had to,
Alright, Operation Midnight Climax was an operation initially established in 1954 by Sidney Gottlieb and placed under the direction of Federal Narcotics Bureau in Boston, Massachusetts, with the officer George Hunter White under the pseudonym Morgan Hall for the CIA as a sub-project of MKUltra. The CIA mind control research program that began in the 1950s. The project that started in 1954 consisted of Webb's CIA-run safe houses in San Francisco. It was established in order to study the effects of LSD on unconsenting individuals. Oh. Prostitutes on the CIA payroll were instructed to lure clients back to the safe houses, where they were surreptitiously plied
yes.
with a wide range of substances, including LSD, and monitored behind one-way glass. Every one of these acts was blatantly illegal, and several significant operational techniques were developed in this theater, including extensive research into sexual blackmail, surveillance technology, and the possible use of mind-altering drugs in field operations. The Operation Midnight Climax program was soon expanded.
I get the name now.
Yeah. And CIA operatives began dosing people in restaurants, bars, and beaches. Holy crap! The safe houses were dramatically scaled back in 1963 following a report by CIA Inspector General John Ehrman, which strongly recommended closing the facility. The San Francisco safe houses were closed in 1965, and the New York City safe house soon followed in 1966. In 1974, the journalist Seymour Hersh exposed the CIA's illegal spying on U.S. citizens and how CIA had conducted non-consensual drug experiments. His report started the lengthy process of bringing long-suppressed details about MKUltra to light. Project MKUltra came to light the spring of 1977 during a wide-ranging survey of CIA's Technical Services Division. John K. Vance, a member of the CIA Inspector General's staff, discovered the agency was running a research project that included administering LSD and other drugs to unwilling human subjects. You know what? If nothing else, I've learned so much in the past, I've learned so much about
our shady history as a country.
Various things from this game.
Yeah. All right. That's the last of the information that we get.
I'm just thinking about the next time we play a game, I won't have to talk so much. That is the only downside to this. It's so much
All
talking.
Right. You ready?
No.
Final report. Yes.
The festival? The festival. You're standing in front of Lee, and you see that he's all business. The time pressure is real. He looks up at you, gives a few orders, before he takes the folder out of your hands and asks, were you able to find out who's behind it all?
Megan, they can't actually understand
Who's behind it all? It's on the thing up there.
But they may not be able to read that.
I'm not.
Then I'll read. Chris Joy. That's my
Read
guess.
it. Yes. I'll read them. I'm sorry.
But you're like, say your voice is down, then you did that.
Fine. And who's being targeted?
I think it's Teller.
I actually don't know.
I think it's Teller. I think it is Teller because I think that Joy found out that he was going to step down, and that would ruin Joy's position of power.
Okay.
I think it's Teller.
It's not Teller, it's Wilson. I see. And how is the attack going to be executed? They prepared something we weren't expecting, and just in case that fails, a sniper will take a shot. I actually think that that's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
They're going for a sniper shot. If something goes wrong, they will detonate explosives. They want to use poison if that won't help. They prepared something out of the box.
Nope.
They want to blow the entire stage.
Yeah, it's the first one.
Yeah. C. Ah! Oh, what is this? Hello! 6 months! Welcome back to the Homeowners Association! Look at that! No
Stress
stress
token.
tokens! Zero!
Zero.
What? We did it! We did it! We did it! We did it!
Finally, on the
Perfect
last,
score!
on the final thing, we got a perfect score.
Yeah!
So we actually were on the right track.
Yeah, we were on the right track from the very beginning. Nailed it! Alright, close this case. I want to know what happens. Alright, I'm yelling. A few minutes before the event starts, you see Agent Lee rushing into the precinct with Chris Joy all roughed up. There's blood running down Joy's face, and he doesn't seem pleased. Lee, on the other hand, seems satisfied. Bradley walks in a second later, notices you, and approaches with a grin on his face. This was intense. On our way to the park, we figured it all out. Everyone's work was a great help. Once everything clicked, we just went in swinging. Teller seemed relieved and he can focus now on the festival. As for your report, it was great, because we had no more doubts that it was Joy. Chris Joy was behind this plan. Some time ago, he got himself into Hybrid. It wasn't a problem for him to contact them because his father was working for the CIA. In the Midnight Climax Project, was working for the CIA in the Midnight Climax Project and Hybrid itself. Joy always knew that the gig was profitable, especially after the accidental death of his father, once he inherited everything. That's when he decided to invest in himself. He went to the best school and learned how to work with chemicals. He was ambitious. He joined politics, and after getting this far, he decided to take out, yeah, you called it, Governor Teller. To think that they were I like these little quips better than the ones in the past. To think that they were risking so much before at the Bel Air Point Hotel. It was too early then for them to get the position, but they had the guts to pull it off, I must say. I'm impressed. Their plan was also impressive, and they were close to success. Come to think of it, once again you had great instincts. You figured out the plan correctly. So they've been drugging Josh Morgan for a while. That was their main plan. They buried a trigger word deep in his subconscious and was supposed to take a shot at Teller at a certain point. Still, they wanted to be sure that the plan went through, so they called for Collins. In case of emergency, he was supposed to take the governor down from the LA Times roof. This entire plan had the best chance to succeed at stage C. That's correct. I'm sure that Lee would agree with me. Your input in this operation was exceptional. We were able to stop them in time, and the ceremony will start and go on without any interruptions. Come to think of it, he adds and looks at his watch, I need to get going. I'm the first one to give a speech at stage A. Thank you again, and see you later. Ooh, yay, we get to know what happened. The very next day, when everything calms down and new evidence has surfaced, you analyze the entire situation with your boss and the rest of the team. It's unbelievable that it all started with a low-level gangster trying to retire. Everything that happened after that led to the murder attempt of the California governor. It was in August when a very tired Wolf decided to end his cooperation with Hybrid. He even had to fake his own alter ego's death, Robert Bay. when they refused to let him go. Johansson got pissed because of that, and he decided to teach him a lesson. That's when he collaborated with Chris Joy on this whole shooting action in the hotel. They wanted to warn Wolf that either he comes back while his daughter goes to prison, or she would meet an even worse fate. Josh Morgan's kill shot ruined the entire plan, and Johansson knew that they weren't getting Wolf back. What's more, they had to be careful from then on since he would be going after them. Everything that happened made Teller aware, and he was able to connect some facts. He figured out that everything was planned. It was Joy who picked the hotel and booked both rooms through the owner himself, which we knew, which is why we thought Joy was behind at the beginning, which technically we were right.
Yeah.
I'm a little angry now that we lost that first case.
Yeah.
Because we were right. Joy apparently was also very nervous the night before the shooting. All of that made Teller suspicious about the fact that there was no one else but Joy who was behind the attempt on his life. After a few months of the internal investigation with Wolf's actions probably not entirely legal, and Teller winning the election for governor, and Joy announcing and planning the event in Los Angeles, Teller himself figured out that this was when Joy would want to eliminate him and take over the governorship. A perfect scenario. The governor's death is Joy's victory with support and compassion from his constituents. With this, Hybrid is in control of the city. The governor's internal investigation pointed out that the entire campaign was paid off with dirty money, facilitated through Joy and his people, which meant that the governor himself was in a trap. He couldn't simply present his findings because his party would never forgive him. And most of all, Hybrid would off him after all, probably out of vengeance. The only way he could figure it out was to show it to Wilson from the opposition and ask him to present the content of those documents under the lights of the cameras during the performance on the stage. Joy figured out that the papers with all the payments were missing, so he reached out to Hybrid. Teller's assassination plan became a reality. Thankfully, with both FBI and LAPD cooperation, you were able to stop this tragedy. Bradley thanks you one more time for everything, and he gives you the rest of the weekend off. Good job. Yeah.
Y'all, we did it. There's another case.
Yeah, yeah, yeah!
We have to look that one up. It's called Under the Radar. Write this down so we can so I can remind myself to look it up. We did it, you guys.
We did it! Hey! Pew, 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 pew. Pow, pow, pow. I think Lynx had nothing to do with it.
Oof. All right.
Bye, set. That was sad. That was oddly satisfying, but I'm still upset.
Why are you upset?
I'm still upset. I'm upset that I'm mad that we lost that first one when we were right. We knew it was Joy from the very beginning, and it was like, no, it wasn't Joy. Lies. It was Joy. Lies.
Oh, let's take a gander here. Who can we raid?
Eee. They did, Catskills. They did. They lied to me.
Actually, let's raid Bored and Drunk. It looks like AJ's playing some
Jackbox?
Jackbox.
Oh, that'd be fun.
So we're gonna raid our friends over at Bored and Drunk. Give AJ some love.
Give them all some love because this is difficult.
It's difficult for them. I mean, there are other people that like stream almost just as freely as we do.
Yeah.
But right now they're not able to all be together because they don't have the luxury of all living in the same place. So give AJ some love. Tell them hello from the neighborhood. Yeah, we love you guys. I don't know. Let me get this set up. Again, remember Friday will not be we will not be doing.
We'll not be doing Humblewood.
Thank you.
Tomorrow I will be back playing Ori and the Will of the Wisps. I got really far. Cried yesterday because, you know. It's all the really the camera froze? No, it didn't. We're good. Maybe it froze for a second.
No, it's probably frozen now.
Eh?
No.
No, we good. Okay. Yes, I'll be back with Ori tomorrow. I was gonna ask I'll probably ask you all tomorrow what I should play afterwards. I've got a few games that might be good, but also I kind of want to play something that like I'm actually good at, which is not platformers. So we'll figure it out.
Alright. Well, we love you guys. Have a good middle of your week. Again, keep taking care of yourself, keep social distancing, wash your hands, and take care of your loved ones.
Don't you tempt me, Pint Size. Don't you tempt me.
We'll try to stay sane over here as much as we can be. You obviously know that we're already insane, but we love you guys. Bye.
Bye!